right, let's see if this works.
Did any of the Deer Creek stuff go over or start from that?
I don't know if anything went out.
Okay. Well, we can say it again. It looks like we got a little time.
Let me see if there's an internal setting. Like, this is absolutely bizarre. We hadn't seen this one before. And it should be going out. I'm going to shut it down again. All right, test, test, test. Let's see if this worked. I had to restart the stream, kill the stream. We're going to see if this works. You know, it's always exciting in this business where you never know what problem's going to happen next.
Live production.
Live production. That's not our ad, so that doesn't test me. I got to get through the ad before I can get to.
Test, test, test. We got sound.
We got sound.
We got audio, and we got a great start to this football game.
We do, and I apologize for the sound not working, but we didn't want to cut the stream until it was time.
That's right.
Yeah, just hit. Oh.
You guys were out there, were able to see what happened.
Oh, I got to change the scoreboard back. There we go. All right, I think we got things fixed for now. Please let us know. I appreciate you let us know when we lose sound, because that activates me and try to break it down. Okay, here comes Deer Creek. They pick it up at about the 10. They got some room, runs into their own blocker.
Twice.
And Jackets bring them down around the 21-22 yard line. And let's see what Deer Creek will do on their first thing.
And that was Berkeley Dalton there returning. That's going to be one of their big receivers to watch tonight. He's a senior, their leading receiver. He ran right into two of his own guys. So.
He sure did. What I'm interested to see right here, well, how are they going to line up first thing?
Yes.
We basically play the same offense. So I'm looking here. Looks like we're going to have a single back, kind of a pistol set. Do we have a tight? Yeah, we got a tight end right, twins right. And they're just going to do a hand up right up the middle zone. And he spins free, and he gets about 12, 13 yards before brought down.
And that's Deontay Wilson. And we talked about this a little bit this week. Mr. Crowder, pulling guard. We saw a pulling left tackle right there.
Yeah, we did.
Come over and open up a hole.
And Deer Creek, of course, they're going to open up their whole playbook. This is basically 1 versus 2, and we don't know who's 1 and who's 2. They're going to stay in that pistol set. Twins left. They got that H-back tight end left. He shifts right, and we shift in. Back to pass, just a little flat pass to number 4, and we're going to get him for a tackle. He maybe got 4 yards, so bring up a 2nd and 6.
Great pursuit on that play. That was the running back again. We're going to see him featured heavily tonight.
Right, and then I talked a little bit about on the coaches show that a lot of these passing yards aren't necessarily passing yards. They're kind of like a pass, but it's really a run play.
Yeah, I believe that was Cam Hunt there on the tackle.
And he's just going to pitch it out, and it's time to make some plays. And that was number 20 and number 14 making that play. I think number 14, or maybe it was number 40, which is
40. Jacoby McLean.
Jacoby McLean,
who has had a great year this year.
And number 10, that should be what?
10, I had 18 there too.
So like Jordan?
Cam Hunt again.
All right, here we go. This is going to bring a 3rd and 5. This is a big 3rd down conversion.
Got a bunch here right next to the line.
Yep, kind of a trio of trouble. He went a little forward, but that's okay. And we're getting there's nobody open, and we're sacking him. Welcome to the ground.
Number 40.
And that was Jacoby McLean with the sack-tastic play.
And I'm going to give the secondary some credit on that. Adamson was looking left the whole time, tried to move left, and he had the tight end, I believe, wheeling out. And now we're in
And
punt
here comes
formation.
the punt. Juju back, and that's a nice little spiraling punt, and Juju's going to have to get away from it. Deer Creek will stop it around the 32, the Jackets 32, and Steele will go to work again.
So after a big first down for them, the Jackets defense stands up. And Jacoby McLean's 2 tackles there, stopped them, along with some great coverage in the secondary. We're going to see the secondary tested tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And so far, they've stood up to the task.
Well, they're excited. I mean, the last several weeks, they haven't really been tested. They made tackles, but it's a lot of fun to play football. That's why they do it. And it's a lot of fun when you know that they're going to pass, and you got to cover your man. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. So here comes this offensive line that opened some beautiful holes for Luttrell last series.
We got trips left, single back. We got looks like that's Will Smith on an island out there. Steele's looking good in the pocket, throws it deep. Nice little scoop, and the turf monster got him. Oh, no. That's Connor Stover. Nice.
Just a skinny post over the middle, and Steele, that was a beautiful ball.
That was a beautiful. When you turn up the heat, sometimes it just get better.
And there's the experience factor coming through. Calm.
Empty. And he's just going to do a designed run. Not much there, but you got to keep him honest.
It's like a couple yards.
So bring up a second and about 8. Second and 8. You know, we talked about keys of the game of when our mics weren't working, about limited mistakes, executing, good communication. But we're seeing that right now.
Yep.
Ray in the backfield. Twins to the left. Just a handoff to Ray. Nice. Still moving forward. He didn't get much after he hit the line, but the line got all the way up to the 28. And so that'll bring up
Jace Robinson making a great block there.
Yeah.
To open that little hole.
What is that?
The left.
Third and 1? Third and 2?
Third and 2. Look, long one maybe.
Long one probably. Quads left. 19 on the play clock, plenty of time. You know, Deer Creek knows that they can't let Choctaw get too far ahead or they're going to have too big a hole to climb out of.
We've got it.
Uh-oh. Miss snap. Steele is going to pick it up, try to make something happen. Throw it. And he throws it deep. And he catches it. Come on, call it a catch. That was brilliant.
Straddling
and there's a flag. We'll see what that's on, but they called it a catch.
That is a completion.
And that's a first down.
I don't know of any other quarterback that could have made that play.
I mean,
you saw
a lot of quarterbacks that say don't make that play and just get on the ball, but Steele, make that play.
I think of one of Steele's great attributes is his ability to make a broken play into something. And he's done it all his career. Bad snap, and he just went up to the center and made the correction.
He kept his head on straight, made the read, and he threw that where maybe we got it, maybe it's out of bounds, but no loss on the play.
Absolutely.
Now I think there might be an excessive celebration.
A little sideline.
Sideline, okay.
How can you blame him? I would have been excited too.
But it's not a warning. They're going to enforce it. They're going to enforce that as a penalty. But it should be after the play, so it should be a first down from wherever they put the ball. Unless they're saying that the ref ran into a coach or a player. They're getting the kids back. That might have happened.
That's probably what happened because I did not see the sideline ref running to be able to mark that as a completion.
So I hadn't seen the ruling yet on if it's a first down or not. That was clearly thrown after the play.
So it looks like they're going to replay the down.
They're going to replay the down after a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, it looks like. So that's going to bring up a third instead of – it should be a second, right? So second and 21.
And I'll tell you exactly what Coach Corbin was arguing there.
It was
after the play.
It was after the play, so it should be a first, and it should have been 15 from the spot.
But we've overcome these odds many times this year.
Third and 21, that's how you boost your stats.
That's right.
All right, we got trips right, empty set. All right.
Here comes the play call.
We got, they didn't start the play clock. Do we have a timeout going? Is it a TV time? We do have Cox here, and so there is a TV timeout situation potentially. And that might be what we're doing. Okay, there we go. Now we started something. Maybe. There we go. Play clock started. We're going. Same formation. Empty. A little rocket motion. False start.
You know, I want to give credit to the wide receiver who kept running his route even though that play was broken before.
Right. Well, that's that trust you build, playing together since you're wee high.
That's right.
You know, it's
That's right. He knew Steele, if anybody could make a play out of that, Steele could. And I guarantee you they all know it even right now.
So downs are all over the place. It should be 2nd and 31, but they have a third up there. It should be 2nd. It's not a loss of down and loss of yardage.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think, but I don't think they have that correctly. Everybody's confused. It's a catch to Juju, and he's going to get some of that back.
He cut that in half, and I think that's the play call right there.
So it should be 3rd and about 18, but they're calling it 4th and 18. I don't know what happened to the missing play.
I'm not sure either.
So single back formation. But we're going for it. I'm not sure we think it's 4th down.
This is that no man's land territory,
That
too.
was the most interesting penalty I've ever seen in my life. Loss of down, loss of play, and loss of 15. Here we go. Steele back in that pocket, steps up. He's looking open. He's being chased. He's going. He's running. And he's going to get dragged down out of bounds. He's a little bit short. It should bring up a 4th and 3, but they're going to go ahead and do a turnover on downs.
And you saw the scrambling ability there. Steele trying to keep that play alive as much as he can, directed traffic, and still managed to pick up about 18 yards on that play.
Yeah, great. If there's an expert out there that knows what's going on, why we lost that down, lost the yardage, and lost the play, I would love to know. Please tweet me at CHS Jacket Guys and let me know what's going on with that. I'll definitely get the information later what happened on with that, but it doesn't help us right now, does it? All righty. And there's a flag. Imagine that.
Deer Creek coming out with a little trickeration.
A little trickeration. I didn't even call the play right because I just saw that flag going, and I thought it's going to be either offsides or a legal shift. So it is a legal shift. So I didn't even follow the play because I knew it was coming back. So, again, Deer Creek runs something very similar to us, and I do believe they get a similar amount of flags that we do because of, it's kind of a hard offense to run.
It is.
When it runs well.
And you ask a lot of your quarterback in this situation to make reads, to make decisions, whether you're going to pull it down and run, whether you're going to keep it alive and find the receiver down the field.
And you definitely got a lot of players. And see, the problem is Marcus McGrew is going to make any center nervous. And so there's a lot to be nervous for because Marcus is going to line up over that center.
Marcus has really come into his own in the last 2 or 3 games.
Single back here. Quarterback back to pass, the little hitch screen, and he's going to be taken down solo style by number 4, Austin Hubert.
And that's the first reception for Mason Smith, their big guy, that they're wanting to try to get out on the edge, break a tackle, and go for a deep possession. But our guys, they're making a sure tackle.
So bring up a 2nd and 10, so they got back up to the original line of scrimmage. And it's a tight bunch, pistol back. And it's just a design quarterback option. Little block in the back, no big deal. And the tackle's made by 20 and number 9. So that's Easton Costa and Will Smith.
And the ball carrier there, Wilson, on his way to trying to make a mark in this game. Yeah, that was a design run the whole time.
Huge 3rd down with 5:17 left in the first quarter. Let's get lined up, not offsides.
Where you look for Jacoby McLean.
He moved forward. And there's a little more trickery. We had a snap and pitch.
That time we had Berkeley Dalton, the wide receiver, come over and take the snap and pitch it to the quarterback.
That was interesting. And we got a little bit, we're trying not to get these personal fouls, but there's a little bit of extracurricular on the Antlers, but no penalty. But I expect them to keep a close eye on that. All right, here we are lined up. We got single back Twins right with the tight end to the right. And they're just going to hand it up off the middle. Looked like a little zone. Hard run for 5 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 5.
There's McLean in on the tackle. Is that Braven McConnell, number 12?
Should be Braven in there, yeah.
Sophomore making a tackle.
All right, I'm wrong. It should be a 2nd and 6. They're just on the 49, on the Antler 49.
Some great senior leadership on this Jacket defense, but also some youth coming in.
All right, here we go. Just trying to run behind their line, and they're going to be a little bit short, bringing up a 3rd and a long 1. We'll see where they're actually put it. Looks like they're going to do a 3rd and 2. And the Jackets are making them work for it for sure. They are in Jacket territory.
And they've come out kind of running at that right side a little bit against our big guy, R.J. Jackson and McGrew over there. So I look for those two guys to stand up here and make a big play.
Of course, we're adjusting to what they're doing different. They're heavy right, Twins in a tight end, single back. And he's going to do that little hitch screen, and we're on it, but we missed the tackle. And we're going to drag him down just outside the 20. And that's going to be McConnell. Chases him down.
From all the way over on the right side of that defense. This is something we expected out of Deer Creek. We knew this was going to be a good game. That's the senior there showing his strength, and our guys chasing him down.
Well, and, as a fan of football and a broadcaster, we pretty much knew they're probably going to score sometime tonight. It's really who scores the most points who wins.
That's right.
And I think he went a little bit early. What do you think?
Just a bit.
So, yeah. That will make it 1st and 15, back them up a little bit.
It looks to me like that right side of that offensive line is really doing a lot of double teaming so far.
Well, they're going to have to. We've got a lot of people in the box, and we're doing a little zone coverage here. And there we go, just a little inside run, and he gets swarmed.
And that's Austin Hubert on the tackle for us, filtering through all those blockers inside. Came free and made a great tackle there.
Brings up a 2nd and 14.
See him mixing up the pass and the run. Everything's been near the line of scrimmage so far, though.
Well, I would expect them to, they're trying to get us. Well, there's a little white flag. That's not a real flag. We got a bunch right with the receiver right, and it's a quarterback design run. And he's going to get some yards. He's maybe get down to about the 19. And he'll bring up 3rd and.
Easton Costa able to show his speed and quickness and dive up underneath those big uglies, trying to move him out of the way to make that tackle.
Yep, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. All right, heavy bunch right. I expect them to just try to bully their way through. He's back to pass. Interesting route. He's being chased, and he's hit, and he throws it out of bounds to nobody. And he got hit from a missile, and that missile's name is Jacoby McLean.
Yep, when he smells the quarterback, there's a fire lit under him.
He's got an extra gear. It's kind of like a rocket engine where he turns that on and it's over.
Indeed, and I would have. We had number 57, Caleb Bastida, with pressure up the middle to force Adamson out of the pocket so that Jacoby could rifle in there.
All right, 4th and 8. They're going to go for that looks like a 36-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. And it is low, and it is no good to Choctaw defeats. Defense holds. That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row.
The defense defeats them.
So the Jackets will take over here. And when we were going to give our predictions when our mic was off and I was trying to fix it, you predicted the score to be, I believe, 28-27. Jackets
I'm
win.
looking for a really close game.
And I thought it was going to be 28-35 Jackets win. I think you're being more correct. We're 136. We've only had one score with these two high-powered offenses, but it's a defensive game, a defensive struggle right now.
It's so funny when you think of high-powered offenses. This is across the board, whether you're talking college or pros or high school level, and you expect to see a big score. Oftentimes, it's the defenses who are ready to step up to the task and make some stops. And I credit Costa on that second down play, being able to dive underneath the blockers to get the quarterback Adamson down with no gain. Really a key play on that drive that put them in a 3rd and long, so that they ended up not converting, trying a field goal that did not look the best.
Right. And if you got a leg, but they've told us that they do have a leg, and so that could be a danger for here and when we maybe see them in playoffs.
We'll look for that.
All right. Jackets starting out with the single back. Looks like quads were right, and Luttrell is in the backfield helping out Steele. All right, just a little handoff. Luttrell looks for a hole. Not much there. I think they maybe got 1 or 2. They're going to give them 2, and that's all line. That's all line, just pushing.
Just pushing.
Just pushing. But you got to credit Deer Creek for filling those gaps.
Their big nose tackle, Caleb Simmons, is doing his best to do a Marcus McGrew impression.
Here we go. There's the snap, and there's a little hitch pass. And there's some great blocking, and it'll go out of bounds around, where do they call it? Around the 35.
And that's an outstanding block on the outside there by Jack Smith.
And, of course, that's another Jacket first down.
Kept his hands inside, moved his feet, turned the shoulders of the defensive back, gave room for Juju to make some noise.
All right, we got trips right, single back. Steele's going to hand it up. Nope, he pulls it up. Another little hitch pass. And he's going to bumble and stumble. Maybe an 8-yard gain out of that deal.
I'm giving him about 4 yards of yak yardage after that.
Who was that?
I think that was 6 again. That was Juju.
Juju, okay.
Little stutter steps right, left.
Because he's kind of a running back, but he catches it, so it technically is a pass. But it's a good run. We got trips left, single back. We're going to do it again, Juju again. This time to this side. He's going to lower his shoulder. He doesn't get very much, if any, this time. Maybe a yard.
I think this is our team showing our speed over Deer Creek.
Well, they're loading the box too, so they're just going to spread. We're going to spread them out.
Spread them out, beat them to the edge.
This brings a 3rd and 1. I doubt we're going to get a play off before the end of the first quarter, and then we'll go to commercial, of course. So,
and a great opening.
There we go. 7-0. First quarter's over. We're going to go. Tyler Pest Solutions, the gold standard in eastern Oklahoma County in pest control. Spiders, ants, fleas, scorpions, mice, rats, general pest control, termite control. We do it all. Independently owned and operated right here in Choctaw. As a leader of eastern Oklahoma County pest control, you can count on Tyler Pest Solutions to use the safest, eco, and pet-friendly products available. The only bug you can't beat is a Choctaw Yellow Jacket. All right, we're back. Hopefully we still have sound out there. This is a can't-miss game for sure.
And I think we've started off in a really positive way. So in a way that shows that our team is up to this battle. We've come out on offense, run some sharp plays in the passing game and in the running game. Ran some really good goal line offense while we were off on our audio, but that goal line series where the offensive line just dominated the defensive line of the Antlers. And then some good defensive stands and plays to bend but not break.
Well, and we both coached together back in the old junior high days, and so a lot of times you'll have a team, and what they do is they play to their competition. And so when you're playing competition that maybe is not as good, you see a lot more mistakes, you see laziness, you see taking plays off. But when you're facing somebody that is supposed to be really good and is ranked technically higher and picked to win, all of a sudden you turn that extra switch on.
Well, and then it all comes down to what you do on the field.
All right, 3rd and 1. We got trips right, single back. Steele's calling from Juju in motion. And Ray's going to dive forward and just blast through there, and he blasts through for a good 4-yard gain, and that's another jacket. First down.
Boy, what a great job of opening a crack over that left guard side.
And this line is coming a long way, and I'm glad we're seeing Deer Creek now rather than the first, because it just takes a little bit to get it ready. All right, Luttrell in motion, and Steele throws it, and it does fall just to the feet of Juju. And he takes a little bit of hit, but you know what? Steele can take a little bit of hit. He's okay.
Steele gets stronger over time, right?
He is not a pampered quarterback. He is a gamer.
Absolutely.
He's a gamer. He'll take a hit, he'll give a hit, and he'll go get the hard yards.
Yep. He was looking over the middle there for Juju.
Yep, he was. All right, let's see. We got the trips right. Single back. Make sure it's all ready. Here we go. Back to pass. And he's just going to dump it off to Luttrell. Luttrell has some room. And he's just going to go through somebody. And he's going to get all the way to the Antler 40 for another jacket. First down.
I love watching Luttrell catch the ball as a senior.
I've
seen him all these years just improve in confidence, and he just snatched that out of the air.
All right. Looks like we got the boundary side, the tight side. We got a lot of receivers. And thank you. So, hey, folks, it's not just us that does the offside thing.
That's right.
Sometimes you gamble and lose. But,
That's right.
you know, with these high-risk, high-reward kind of mentality, you win a lot of games.
That's right. And it's tricky for a coach because you don't want your players jumping slowly at the snap.
I mean, better late than early.
That's right.
I guess. Better early than late?
Well, it depends.
It just depends.
Depends on how it shakes out, I guess, right?
Yep. All right, we got that tight to the boundary again. Empty.
Try to draw them off sides there.
I guess it's a quad to the boundary. That's going to put, looks like Jack Smith by himself to the top of your screen.
Steele's looking
and he's
left.
going to, uh-oh, he fell down, got back up, caught it, and then it got knocked free.
I would say two things on that one. That was a tremendous defensive play by Jack Smith because he jumped up. That defensive player had a chance to get the ball, but it was almost a great catch, too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But Jack Smith is a difference maker for sure this year, and that could have been a pick six. That could have been a touchdown. It could have been a lot of things.
Yep.
All right, 2nd and 5. Single back, quads left. And he's going to pull it, just a zone read, and he's going to pull it and get the first down by 1.
Steele is looking at that outside rush end.
Yeah.
He crashes down. He's keeping it, and he's putting his shoe back on.
Yeah, but who are you going to play on that? You got to pick. You got to pick somebody. You can't let Ray just run loose.
That's the value of that dual threat quarterback.
Right. All righty. So they're driving again. 10:31 in the second quarter, left in the second quarter. And we're going to stay.
Playbook is open right here.
We're going to stay tight. I bet you we got quads tight to the right. We got that pistol set. And there's Ray just going to go right through that A gap, right through that 21 zone kind of thing. And there's a late flag. I think we've all been waiting for that flag. Let's see what they call. Because unfortunately, in this modern day of football, when two teams are closely matched,
it is.
What do they call? Okay, a little unsportsmanlike, both teams.
Fair enough. That time in that bunch set, the wide receiver Stover came inside to make a key block to spring Luttrell for that extra few yardage. So the line is doing a great job, and the wide receivers are stepping in there to help block as well.
Okay, we're going to go tight to the right, a little bunch set, and Luttrell right up the middle. And he should get another first down, and they're still pushing after the whistle, and there's another flag. So like I said, these guys don't really like each other too much.
There's some history here.
And there's some history. And
who
so
doesn't like a good rivalry?
Again, we're just hoping our boys stop at the whistle and take the shots, don't give the shots.
Yep.
Right?
Jaden Millsap there, our center, is doing a really good job of turning big old 99. And that's where they're running right off of his right side, off of the center, to get this yardage.
And that is, I mean, it's pretty tough. You got to snap the ball in the shotgun and then make a block.
That's quick.
On a nose. So that takes a lot of talent. It's not an easy job.
Absolutely.
It's a personal foul.
Ejection?
Ejection. And I believe that was, is it going both ways? And so that will be 15 yards. It didn't go both ways. I think I know who got ejected, and that's going to be a big loss here. I believe it was Juju that got ejected. And they did not call that one both ways. I believe that they called the same player on the last personal foul. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on which side you're rooting for, it is a big point for the referees this year to prevent any kind of taunting, any kind of extracurricular, and they are penalizing all teams anytime that happens. So we just need to get calmed down, and it's not the end of the world. We can play football tight. Luttrell Ray in the backfield and a pistol, and we're just going to hand it off, follow that big blocking, and he's going to bust forward. And he's going to get close to a first down. I think he got 8 all the way up to the 24-yard line.
There's nothing better to calm your team down than a good run play.
That's right.
Get in behind your stability and your offensive line, who's been blocking really well. Get body on body, follow your blockers.
And the nice thing about high school is this is a place you can learn, and so even if you got ejected, it's not the end of the world. You'll come back and you learn from your mistake. Oh, my gosh, did Ray jump around there?
Luttrell's going to take this on his back, bouncing that outside. And that left side of Brody Hoffman and Jace Robinson continue.
They're killing it. All right, we got quads right, single back, Luttrell Ray. And, yep, Wassel's just going to sling it out there, and it's caught. It's slippery out there, apparently.
That's Nathan Kiefer.
Is that Nathan Kiefer? Yeah, it was. A good little run. He didn't get very many yards, but it looked good. I think he got maybe 1. So
also did well
2 and 9.
Maintain that ball that was bobbled a little bit and still make a
but it
really hard throw.
It did rain today, and I think people are slipping a little bit just because of turf conditions.
What's rain?
I don't know. We saw some. It was weird. Quads left. Luttrell in the backfield. Just another zone read, and Wassel's going to take it forward. He's going to get maybe 3-4 yards out of it, bringing up a 3rd and 5.
Even on that run there, you're putting yourself into a makeable third down.
There is a flag. There is a flag.
Some indications it's going to go on the Antlers.
Yeah. I don't believe it till I see it.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Against the Antlers. And so that should be, I believe we're half the distance and an automatic first down, I believe.
Should be. And it looks like they're going to walk this off from the previous spot.
So I think it's after the play.
Or maybe it's from the spot of the foul. Yeah, it'll be for the spot of the foul.
And so that should bring up a jacket first down, and it should be first and goal on the 6-yard line. So knocking at the door again.
Let's watch that left side of the line and see if we run behind McGrew and Hoffman again. Sorry, Robinson and Hoffman.
Timeout, Deer Creek, which means we're going to go to our second commercial, and we'll be right back.
I am Tech.
I am Tech.
I am Tech.
I am Tech. We are Tech.
We're back. All right, we're back, and we need to talk about all of our sponsors real quick here. Of course, we have Tyler's Pest Solution, and it is time. You know what happens in wintertime?
I do know what happens.
It gets cold, and who doesn't like being cold?
Mice.
Mice and rats and even larger monsters that might move into your house because it is October. You might get monsters.
I don't want any part of that.
And so you don't want them to move in and get comfortable, establish a residency, and have many, many, many babies for years to come.
Nope.
Call Tyler's Pet Solution. Make sure that your house is ready to go.
Great supporters.
And, of course, you know, if you're looking to sell your house or buy a house, you need a good termite inspection. So they do that too. So Tyler's Pest Solution.
100%.
All right. It looks like a little quads left. Single back. Ray. And we're just going to hand off to Ray, and he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage, but he's still going to get forward maybe 3 yards because that line is just pushing that far ahead.
Yep. Just their initial push is extending that play out a yard or two, and then our fast running back gets to make his moves.
Yeah, so 2nd and 4, that's just the line bulldozing the defensive line. All right, we got that pistol set. We're going to hand it off to Ray, and he's going to hit that pile hard, and he's close. I think they're marking him down at the 1 yard line.
I love watching that line fire out. They're a yard across the line before Steele hands the ball off.
Well, this is the kind of play calling that said we ain't scared. We'll just run right at you downhill.
100%. There's Jaden Millsap. Watch him right in the middle.
Get a push. They were trying to draw us. They were trying to make us jump right there. There's a lot of movement in the defensive side of things. And here we go. Just Ray. Bam. Touchdown. Yellow Jackets. Latrell Ray. That brings the Jackets 13-0. And we'll see what they run. Looks like they're going to run the 1 point, so they'll send Tommy Yowzy in to do the duty.
3 straight run plays right up the middle is a statement by Coach Corbin saying we're tougher than you. And you see his excitement on the sideline talking to Ray, talking to that offensive line as they come in, congratulating on them on that great red zone series.
A coach like Corbin, he's not thinking – he's thinking ahead. So I bet you he just ran that series because, like, we might need to burn some clock. We need to be able to just keep it on the ground, gain yardage, and make them pay. And we got a touchdown. I bet you we'll see that again fourth quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's run a commercial here. So we're going to shut off our audio, and we'll
Hi, I'm Stan with SWM & Sons. We've been building in the eastern Oklahoma County area since 1982. We can help you with the plans from start to finish or just use the ones that you have. We'd be happy to build on your land or ours. We have subdivisions or just build on yours. Give us a chance to earn your business today. Thank you.
All right, we're back. We also got SWM & Sons, and they're building a better Choctaw And really, they're building houses. If you haven't ever checked them out, you got to check them out. They have an architect on staff. They customize. They build on your place. They also have neighborhoods. So, I mean, if you're looking to build, check them out. They've been supporters of Choctaw, Tacoma Park School Districts, Choctaw football, Choctaw athletics for as long as I can remember. You know, if you want to buy a home, buy from somebody that lives here. And it's probably pretty nice if he lives here, you know.
Yep.
That's how it works.
He's invested in the community.
If you're not going to have quality, you move.
That's right.
All right, here's the kick, and it's going to go deep, and they're going to pull it out. He's at the 20, he's at the 30, and he gets taken out by Jacoby McLean, and it will be decent field position as the Deer Creek starts. Where are they spotting it? At their own 39, maybe?
42.
Is it 42? They got oh, well, okay.
They're at the 42 up there.
No, they're 30, 39. Right?
Oh, there they are. Oh, the sticks across.
No, the sticks don't always go where they're supposed to.
That is correct.
They like to wander around. That's okay. It's not like they get paid or anything. They're volunteers, and
oh yeah,
they have to follow what that referee tells them to do. And sometimes they tell them to, jump around.
That's a fun job, by the way.
It's kind of like Simon says. Yeah, it is a fun job. I love doing it for the several years I did it. All right, we got an empty set, tight, little jet motion, and we're going to do a double reverse flea flicker, and it was basically covered. They're going to get decent yardage, maybe 8, so they're going to get to the 48.
And that was interesting because I was looking way downfield to see if they were trying to go deep. There was nobody deep.
There's nobody deep.
That was a designed short pass, and that's the third trick play we've seen their coach pull out of his bag.
So it does bring up a 2nd and 1, which that's a good place to be in.
For sure.
But again, who are you saving your plays for at this point? This is the matchup.
This is the matchup.
All right, and the quarterback keeps this. He's going to look to throw it. He gets hit as he throws it, and we were there. Good reception, even though we had our hands on it. And that's going to be that's a pretty hefty. That's about what? Maybe 25, 26, 7 yards. And so it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Jacket 28-yard line. Yeah, 28-yard line. All right, they're going to be tight, empty set.
Deer Creek's feeling a little urgency here. They know they need to do something.
Yep, a little jet motion. And he's going to roll out right. We're there. He throws a deep fade, and it was underthrown just a little bit. And it wasn't a fade. It was more of a post route. But
it was actually a double move where he went to the ran an out and then an up. So he had enough time to do that, but that was just a heave.
It was, yeah. I think that was supposed to be a fade, and it was just a little underthrown. And it's a good job coming back to it and not being an interception.
Watch that man in motion running routes.
All right, got the pistol, basically twin set with the tight end. Or is it a trips with the tight end? All right, they just run up the middle. Good little run. And you see, this is very similar to what we do. Is we go on coverage, they run it. We load the box, they throw it.
We get to the line quickly.
Brings
the
up
call from the sideline.
3rd and 4th. This is a big 3rd down and 4th, and you got to think that they're probably not kicking it this time. They're 2 down territory.
With just over 6 minutes left.
You need some momentum. Although it's anybody's game, 14 points is nothing with these offenses.
That is true.
All right, he's looking good coverage. He's scrambling, and he gets hit, and that ball just kind of rolls around.
R.J. Jackson showing his first real big pressure of the game, making Adamson flush out to his left, which is not his favorite direction to run.
And R.J.'s always there. He doesn't always get the pressure, but it's not always his job.
That's right.
He frees up those linebackers to do some damage. All right, they're going for it. They got that pistol back. They got – where's my tight end? Is that on the right? So we got trips right with the tight end. And they're going to try to get forward. They did it, I think.
I think
it's very close.
At the sticks.
Very close. Let's see where they actually spot it, because both refs are at different places. We say we got it. They say they got it.
Got it, yep. So that's Deontay Wilson.
Are they going to do the sticks? How close is it?
I love a good stick measure.
Oh, we got the sticks coming.
Let's go. You know, I think one of the things while these sticks are coming out, Deer Creek is known for their late offense. Over the course of their season, Deer Creek has made a living in the fourth quarter with big fourth quarters. So that last offensive possession where Choctaw was able to run the ball right at them time after time after time was a big statement and a way to take time off the clock and a way to wear them down a little bit in the trenches.
And, you know, it's proof that Jacket can play ball control we want to. So they did give it to him. It is a first down, Deer Creek.
Looked like by a little more than a nose.
Yeah, a little more. We need to measure that football season at regulation length.
This red zone part of the field, though, I like our defense as the field gets compacted.
So, yeah, it's 1st and 10 on the 18. Pistol set. And he's just going to do that option, and he's going to turn it up, and he meets nothing but resistance.
Great discipline out there by our guys just to shuffle down the line, read the play, and not get out of position. They had both the running back and the quarterback covered on that play.
That's a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. And let's see what we got going on here. It looks like they're going to stay tight, have that pistol set. There's trips to the left in that tight form. You expect him to run left or do a counter. He's going to pass, and he's going to little dink. Nice little catch. He does get the first down and go out of bounds. That was like just a little out from a tight end out.
That's Colton Neal for them. That's one of their third options on that play.
That might even have been the old school tight end delay. I didn't see when he actually went on the route, but it could have been.
Watch for their big kid, Mason Smith here, the 6'2", out here on the left.
Although they're basically doing what I call bracket coverage, where they do have man coverage and so on over there. There's a flag, and it is deflected. Who got a hold of that? Was that big RJ?
Yep, that was RJ.
Okay, let's see what the flag is.
Saying not in our house.
Yep, get that out of here. That's what those big old guys are for. They're tough to see through and throw over.
That was a lot of pressure by 3 Jackets put on Adamson that time.
False start.
On the offense.
So technically that play didn't happen, so that highlight reel for RJ doesn't happen, but we got to see it.
I say put it on the huddle.
Oh, it'll be on the huddle. I mean, everything gets on huddle, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so that will bring up a 1st and goal at the 13.
If you followed RJ's career, he's getting college looks from Division I schools all over the country.
Oh, yeah. And he does his job, which is nice to see him doing his job.
Absolutely.
All right, just a little quick pitch, and he got hit. That was a nice little run, but he got hit, and he's at the far corner, and it's hard to see who's getting up. It's Jacoby McLean is getting up. He was the guy that got hit and stopped him. So that should bring up a 2nd in about 3, I think. If they would get out the way, I could count the hash marks, right?
That's right.
Looks about 3.
Jacoby's a kid who has been a dynamite for his whole high school career, but now he's got some size to add to it.
Oh, yeah. Got to love that. We got that single back, and he's just going to run forward. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he loses yards.
And there's RJ coming in over the top. And
so I think it's going to be a 3rd and 4. This is huge. This is something you can build a season on right here.
And Marcus McGrew really did a good job there of diving low, making a pile, and just mudding everything up.
Force them to go kick it, get this 3rd down stop, force him to go for 4.
I'm looking at a running play here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking at running. No, he's going back to pass. He's looking, and he fires, and incomplete, no target. And it's going to be a 4th down. 4th and goal on the 4. What are they going to do? Get points? It looks like are they sending a kicker? Are they getting points, or they're going to go for it?
They're sending in an extra tight end.
Are they going big?
They're going for it.
They're going big. I mean, go big or go home. And either way, they're going to have to go home because we're not going to let them stay here.
That's right. No.
So
they got to get back up to the northwest.
The northwest? Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
All the way.
You know, to West Edmond, right?
West, whatever that place is up there.
West Edmond. All right, here we go. We got single receiver both left and right. Looks like we got a 2-back set.
Watch number 77 there in the middle, McGrew.
Watch a counterplay here.
Yep.
But they got 4 yards to go, and I don't know if they can get there. Let's see.
Some kind of
communication here.
I wonder if it's a explanation coming into Coach Corbin.
Well, while they're communicating, they're probably talking about EOC Tech, or maybe they're talking about Middale Vision Source, or Dave's Driving School, or Cantrell Roofing, or Dr. Tracy Gasbera DDS, or maybe McConnell's Record Service. That's probably what they're talking about. That's what they should be talking about. It's what you should be talking about.
Absolutely.
Because
they are the talk of the town.
They are the talk of the town, yeah.
So we're going to call a timeout.
We're going to call a timeout. Well, we're going to try to run a commercial during this timeout, and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tracy Gasbera. Do you snore? Do you sleep with somebody that snores? Do you have a CPAP machine but cannot tolerate it? You may be doing more than just snoring. You may be depriving your body of oxygen while you sleep. You may be suffering from a medical condition known as obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. OSA is where there's an obstruction in the airway causing an impairment in the way you breathe while you're sleeping. Give us a call to find out more about sleep testing and treatment options such as oral appliance therapy.
We used to have intercom.
All right, we're here. We're back. Didn't we used to have intercoms?
That the refs used to be able to talk to us?
I don't remember. Usually not here. We might have for a little bit, but
Time or two, big game.
usually it's the bigger districts that have those.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for it.
Well, it is. But again, they don't ever have those conversations on the intercom.
No,
that's the one I want to hear. I usually have to ask Coach Corbin later, and that's not something we usually broadcast, but it's good to know.
Oh, to be a yellow jacket on the wall, right?
Yeah, that's why I like to used to work the sticks, because you get to hear all those conversations.
You do.
And you know what's going on more than anybody else. So
Up close and personal.
All right, here it is. 4th and goal on the 4-yard line. It's time to bow up. It's trying to put your season out like this is your Super Bowl right here. Stop them short.
Will Smith, Braven McConnell.
We got
Marcus
the
McGrew.
single back set, and he's going to roll, and there's a flag, and he's going to duck, and he's short. He's short. He's tackled. It should be a turnover and downs, but let's see what this flag is all about. It's in the realm of holding. And if it's holding, we're declining it.
Absolutely. We're seeing the antlers.
So, yes, it is against them. We're declining. Turnover on downs.
And a
Let's go,
massive
Jackets.
stop.
Let's go.
Key
Huge.
moment in the game right there.
So now we can start talking about what I've been saying earlier in the season. This might be the #1 defense in the state.
And the crowd recognizes that defensive stand as the crowd shows their life.
All right, and here's where you like that senior quarterback in the shadow. Actually, he'll not even be in the shadow of his end zone. He's going to be in the end zone.
Yep.
And he's got to get out of there.
2.5, almost 3-yard line. Another statement opportunity here for this offensive line.
3:30. The offense should have 3 goals. First, get out of the end zone.
Yep.
Second goal, score. Third goal, burn the clock. Let's keep that O on the board. Go in the half with at least a 14-point lead. All right, we got quads right, single back, standing on the A in Choctaw.
I'm calling some play action here.
There we go. We're just going to run, try to get it out, and Luttrell is just plowing through there all the way to the 10-yard line, getting some room, bringing up a 3rd and a short. Looks like a short 2.
running strong, right up the middle.
And I guess they got to the 11 yard, so it's second and a short 2. We got that quads right. Latrell Ray hanging out with Steele. All right, just hand it off to, nope, Steele keeps it. Little zone read, and he's got blockers, and he almost busted through. He squirted all the way to the 30-yard line, and that is definitely another chuck at first down.
Great vision there by Steele to read his blockers and not just run, but run with his team, letting them help him get another 5 yards out of the play.
And this is so important for the Antler defense right now to get a stop, to not allow another point on the board this half. All right, nice little pass. Kiefer, he almost squirted free, but he's going to get a jacket first down. And there is a flag, but that should count as a jacket first down at about the 46. And this was behind the play. This flag was behind the play. Let's see what they called. Holding behind the play. And again, I'm not sure why they called that, but they called a hold, an irrelevant hold. And apparently this is something that they're doing a lot nowadays, is calling holds behind the play.
Well, and at a time when we've got the Antlers on their heels, running an up-tempo.
So this will be a 1st and 15. And so, hey, that's fine. Do it again. This is just how you bolster your stats. Move back a little bit so you can get more yards.
Just keep running
but
the
hey,
same
that
things.
Impressive catch and run by Kiefer. All right, here we go. And he's going to throw a little screen. And there's some room. There's some good blocking. And he's going to go out of bounds, get tackled out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, making a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6.
We're going to see a play called in quickly so that
2:22 on the clock.
Keep moving down the field.
But he did go out of bounds, so it did stop the clock. Not as nice of a spot as what I thought. That's okay.
Yeah.
They bring up a 2nd and 7. It's hard to see where they actually go out of bounds over there.
It is.
All right, here we go. Just hand off to Latrell. Latrell, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And there's 22 and 99 for Deer Creek, making a play up the middle.
All right.
This third down play here.
It's big.
There's a chance here for Choctaw to make another statement.
Okay, they stopped the clock for a little bit for some reason. Now it's going again. 1:50 and counting. All right, 10 seconds on the play clock. We got quads right, single back.
That's Cash Williams in the backfield there.
And here we go. Let's get this. They are offsides. So that will stop at 1:37, and we should get 5 of it back here.
Now we're looking at 3rd and short.
And that's on us.
Interesting.
Apparently they're saying that they weren't offsides. They saw something different. Which always brings me to my point that I always go to Mid-Dell Vision Sourcing, that the most quality eye care in the business, and so I always see things in crystal clarity better than 4K. Is that possible?
There is.
8K? Can I see an 8K?
8K.
All right, trips right, single back, 3rd and 11 now.
Last time we saw a fake to Cash Williams back there, the backup quarterback, by the way.
Well, he's a backup on almost everything. He plays all over the field. All right, and there's a deep throw to an open man. Oh, just out of reach. Oh, that intended target was Nathan Kiefer.
Running past the defender.
So
just literally one step
that
away
brings
from catching
a
that ball.
4th and 11. We'll see what they run. Oftentimes we will run that quick kick, but you never know. It depends what coach sees. It depends what Steele sees.
Yeah.
1:25 left.
With our defense playing well, I think.
We got 5 to the right, don't we?
We do.
5 to the right.
What do you call that, quince?
Quince.
Or is that a fruit?
I think it's both. Timeout, Choctaw. All right, 1:25. If Choctaw can go ahead and wrap this up 14-0, that's pretty big time. Of course, coming out in halftime, you can't think it's 14-0.
No.
You got to think it's 0-0.
You go 0-0. We know this Antlers team is a second-half team.
They're a second-half team. They're used to hanging in there, you know, and if you let them hang in there, then they got some fight in the fourth quarter. We need to put them out of their misery early. And so, well, since I was messing with sound, who did we receive the first kickoff? Yes?
We did.
Okay, so they're going to start with it the second half.
They deferred.
So
But the way our defense is playing,
I'm fine with it.
we've got confidence on all sides of the ball. And the players have confidence. That's what's important. They're playing fast. They're playing discipline. I really loved the discipline that the defense showed there in that last goal line stand as Deer Creek was trying to get on the board, and we said no.
All right, looks like we got the we got quads right. Looks like we're in our punt formation, and they're going to drop somebody back to, and here we go, little rugby style kick, and we're going to worm burn it, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So that's a very effective kick.
Absolutely.
And with 1:17 left, you got to think that Deer Creek is going to try to take a shot down deep.
You'd think that they have one goal, and that's to get on the board, however that happens.
Yeah, and so the defensive backs need to get out there and get it done, get it taken care of. I'll tell you a little bit what's going to happen at halftime. We're going to run some of our commercials and, just watch some of those commercials. Then we're going to, if whatever goes on, I think we're going to have maybe a palm or a cheer routine. We can't bring the music because they turn off our live stream. We don't want that. But we can bring you the Pride of Choctaw halftime show. That music we're allowed to carry because it's performed live and it's not recorded, performed by a famous person. All right, here we go. Deer Creek, they're going to pass deep. We're in the backfield. RJ's chasing, and it's thrown, and it is caught out of bounds. Is it caught? I think they're going to call it a catch at about the 42-yard line.
That's Berkeley Dalton. That's their senior. He's been pretty quiet this first half. You know he's itching to get some catches. And R.J. Jackson was breathing down the quarterback Adamson's throat that time and just got that pass off.
We're about 102, 101, less than a minute. This is that quick offense. You got to go. A little bit of motion. Surprised they're doing a slow play. They're going to try to throw deep. We're in the backfield. He slings it. And there's an open man in kind of the soft zone. And he goes out of bounds at the Jacket 28.
And that's Mason Smith, their sophomore, tackled by Deshaun Hine.
45 seconds. That looked like the old flood route we used to run where they had, 3 levels.
Yep. So here's the clock running again.
Yep, under 40 seconds. Get up to the line, single back. It looks twins. He went forward. They got to throw that. All right, quarterback's going to try to keep it, and he's going to be dragged down inbounds.
That's McLean.
Just outside the 20-yard line, bring it up, and they're going to call a timeout. We're going to let them have their timeout, and then we're going to run a commercial, so whatever the next. Vision Source, Midwest City. We believe life is all about your vision. How clear is your vision? Vision Source Midwest City is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Choctaw and Midwest City community. And we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. All right, we're back. They're still doing their little timeout.
Big play there by Jacoby McLean to stop Adamson from getting any more yards. It was wide open on that right side. He could have run potentially into the end zone, but McLean's pursuit was fast enough to bring him down before he got any further. So now this sets up a 2nd down and 4 here.
Although it's at 17.5 seconds, you're really thinking about you got 2-3 plays. That's it.
2 plays, 3 plays max.
Yeah, and really
Passing plays, most likely.
Yeah, and it's you know you get 3 plays if you have a quick incomplete is really what it is. But you got time for 2 good plays.
You know, Jacoby has, I think we can call him the spy tonight. He's been all over Adamson anytime he's gotten out of the pocket.
All right, we got the single back. We got the tight bunch on the left side. And let's see what they run. And they do have 2 timeouts left, so they could run it and just have that timeout ready to go. And he's going back to pass, and it's incomplete, out of bounds.
Just threw it behind the receiver over there.
And I think we were a little late on the time there, and so with 17 seconds.
It was a very fast play.
Very fast play.
Look for another pass here on 3rd and 4.
All right, looks like we're going to be in that pistol set. Twins trips with the tight end left. He's back to pass. We're in the backfield. He's going to have to run, and he's going to run out of bounds, bringing up a 4th and 4 or 3 with 11 seconds even on the clock. So what do you do here? Do you get points and go to the house with points, or do you throw one in the end zone?
I do not see a kicker coming out.
I mean.
And McLean again limiting Adamson, who's had been a dynamic runner all year long.
You know, if you can kick from there, and that's a long kick. You know, that's a 30, That's a 35, 36 yarder. So they're going for it. Pistol set, trips to the left with the tight end. And here we go. He's looking.
Pressure.
He's looking pressure. And he got out of that somehow. And he got hit. And it's going to bounce. And it leaves 1.1 seconds on the board. And that's another turnover on downs. That's got to feel good for the Jackets. You'd imagine the Jackets are going to do just a quick little handoff and go to halftime 14-0.
What a tremendous job by that front 7, keeping Adamson in the pocket, not letting him escape, and then putting the pressure on him the entire time. He must have ducked and dodged and dived, I think, like a dodgeball player.
Oh, definitely. I mean, pitching a shutout against Deer Creek in the first half, you got to be kidding me. That is doing some good stuff. Let's see.
And this has been coming on since the historic games run started with Edmond Santa Fe and Westmore.
Yeah, you got to give Coach Clark a lot of credit pitching that defense, sending that defense out there and pitching a shutout this first half. And there's some room to run. And he gets all the way to, he got a first down anyways. He got about 15, 16, 17 yards on that run, and it is halftime. Your Jackets 14, Antlers 0. We're going to run some commercials, and we'll bring you all the halftime action, and we'll be back for the greatest second half ever, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
I say.
Hi, I'm David Gleason, owner of Dave's Driving School. Hope you're enjoying the game or the match, whichever it might be, and we hope you keep us in mind for all your driver's education needs. We offer comprehensive driver's education for your insurance discounts and to get your permit. We offer individual driving lessons for both teens and adults. And we offer the state driving test when it comes time for you to take your drive test for your license. Just keep us in mind for all your driver's ed, and go Jackets.
lived in Oklahoma long enough during storm season, you know that the storms bring lots of hail damage to your roof. With that hail damage comes an insurance claim, and there's no one better to call than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, A+ Better Business Bureau rated, state licensed, bonded, and insured, our full-time staff takes all the stress out of an insurance claim or any project. From roofing to remodels, we do it all. Call us today for your free quote. And always remember, got hail, call Cantrell, 642-8558.
Tyler Pest Solutions, the gold standard in eastern Oklahoma County in pest control. Spiders, ants, fleas, scorpions, mice, rats, general pest control, termite control. We do it all. Independently owned and operated right here in Choctaw. As the leader of eastern Oklahoma County pest control, you can count on Tyler Pest Solutions to use the safest, eco, and pet-friendly products available. The only bug you can't beat is a Choctaw Yellow Jacket.
Championships by Georgia at Broken Arrow High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Pride of Choctaw Marching Band.
Here we are about to see the full show of the 2022 Pride of Choctaw doing Bound. Bound by the pride of Choctaw. Tyler Pest Solutions, the gold standard in eastern Oklahoma County in pest control. Spiders, ants, fleas, scorpions, mice, rats, general pest control, termite control. We do it all. Independently owned and operated right here in Choctaw. As the leader of eastern Oklahoma County pest control, you can count on Tyler Pest Solutions to use the safest, eco, and pet-friendly products available. The only bug you can't beat is a Choctaw Yellow Jacket. All right, we're back in the big town. We're expecting the players to come on out.
Test.
Yeah, you're good. We should be good. Hopefully everybody got to hear Bound.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great sound coming from that band.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, we've been here in Choctaw equal time, right?
Yep.
I think this is number 19, yeah?
That is correct.
We're going to have to celebrate next year at number 20.
Number 20,
Number
wow.
20, yep.
That's crazy.
No,
I haven't heard the band sound better. They've always been good, but that band is really something to be proud of, the pride of Choctaw.
Well, I've loved seeing it grow because I don't remember what it was exactly back then, but I seem to remember around 50.
Right.
Because the district's been growing, the school's been growing.
Absolutely.
But that was 160 people out there giving 100% and giving it all. Like, it's impressive. It's fun to be part of this community because it's not just the band. It's not just a football team. You got ROTC out there doing their stuff. We don't get to highlight them because they're pretty much blocked, but they're doing push-ups every time we score. They're doing the flag ceremony. We did get to highlight them for that.
Yep.
Of course, you got cheer and palm working. You got the student section going nuts, and that's fun. It's pink out night.
That's right.
So
pink out night, and that's when you get the energy here on a Friday night with the lights on. That's one of the best things about being in education is seeing the life of the city rally around your school.
Well, that's, to me, the best part of education is when they play Sweet Caroline and they sing with it and they jump to the bump, bump, bumps, and it shakes the whole city, or at least the whole stands. It feels like the whole city is going to be tumbling down.
Yep.
But got to love the Choctaw traditions they got building up here. So here's the deal. First half, we did it. We got 14 points. Our defense held them to nothing. And so really it's hard to pick who do you think was the player of the game so far on offense. Who do you think?
Boy, I think I'd like to pitch it down to the trenches and talk about Jace Robinson on that left side, and I want to throw Jaden Millsap in the middle. Has just been clearing out holes for Steele and Luttrell to run through in key moments. You know, the goal line scores that happened at the beginning of the game and there in the second quarter, about 6 minutes to go, those were key moments to not only eat clock, wear out their defense, but also open up and make possible the scores that makes it 14-0 right now. I'm going to go off the radar a little bit and pick the offensive lineman.
Okay, I mean, I like it. You know, maybe what is it? Hofen, Robinson, Millsap, Green, Tarbell. You probably saw some other guys in there too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I like that. I like it. Hey, we've got an alum in the booth. Ricky, you want to say hi real quick? Yeah, say hi real quick.
Hello.
Ricky Harris in the building.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
How's it go? How are you?
It's going good so far. I'm doing great.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Still hanging out up there at UCO?
Yes, sir. Still
awesome.
hanging around.
Representing Choctaw proud?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
what do you think of this game so far?
This is a great game. This is an important game to me, you know, because last year I was here.
That's right. You remember the pain.
I remember the pain. Yeah. So
now we got the victory.
We got the victory.
We'll let them know that we're going to be visiting him and get the gold ball.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I'll see y'all soon anyway.
We'll be up at UCO playing on that renovated stadium.
Yes, Chad Richardson.
That's right, and we'll be ready to claim that gold ball.
Yes, sir. I'm
All
ready.
right.
Yes,
good
sir.
to see you.
Good
Thanks
to
for
see you as
stopping
well.
by.
Yes.
Alum coming by, checking out
All right,
the game tonight.
You know, I never mind when an alum comes by, and I don't care if they're a football player or a student council all-star, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who it is, but I love it when the alum come by and say hi, and it's good. It's good to hear it. I mean, Choctaw is forever. It is not just a few years. It's forever, and it's in your heart and it's in your blood. It's great.
Shows a true pride in your school.
We bleed gold around here, which don't tell anybody because then they might. Well, we already did that, didn't they? Didn't already collect our gold blood?
They did.
We did have a blood drive that was very successful.
This week.
So that's nice. So now we know why. We bleed gold, and they take that to the bank.
You know, the football team is kind of the face of the school, but there's so much that goes on at Choctaw High School, and that blood drive is a yearly event that takes a lot of effort by the biomed students and Paula Sindahl and all the people there.
Well, yeah.
One of many groups.
Also, a shout out to the softball program. They had a victory, and they're going to state.
One-run win the other day. What an exciting game that was.
Super exciting. We also got volleyball regionals, I believe, coming in next week.
Yep, under a new head coach that's breathed a lot of life into that program, a lot of excitement.
And then on the 11th, a monster call.
Uh-oh.
That's the one act. They're going to regionals and going to compete with a show called A Monster Call.
Looking for another championship.
Maybe it's a Monster Calls, but hopefully I didn't get it too bad.
We have very high expectations.
But
as always.
this is the season where everybody's competing. We got volleyball, we got softball, we got band, we got drama.
Cross country's been amazing this year.
They have. You know, from what I hear, swimming's about to start up too.
That's right.
So here we go. Your Jackets are going to be on the south end of the field here, and they're going to kick. And I haven't even talked about the wind because, of course, the Mr. Dooley is out tonight, and we definitely miss him and wish that he was here making this call. I know he wishes we were here, but it just didn't work out.
It's always an honor to be in his seat.
We're going to keep that seat warm, and he'll be back
right.
as we take on.
I think we've got a true swirl.
The rest.
One flag on the north side is pointing one way, one flag on the other is pointing the other way.
Here's the kick. It's short to about the 20, and he's going to get all the way up to maybe the 34-yard line. And the Jackets will send the defense back out. And oftentimes I say that this is the most important series for either team. You know what the defense is going to look like.
That's
right.
right.
And so the offense should come out and score every time.
Well, if you're the Deer Creek head coach, what did you tell your guys in the locker room?
I'd tell my guys is, you know what? We're a fourth quarter team.
That's right.
Like, this is our half. Choctaw, they had their first half. This is our half.
Yep. And from Coach Corbin's side, he says, all that success.
All right, here's a handoff, and he's going to go around. And he makes – the ball's on the ground. That's not what you want, regardless of who gets the ball. There is an indication.
Our coaches are pointing our direction.
I mean, I know that's how you do it. And we came up with the ball. What are they going to point? Where are they pointing? We had the ball, and there's some yelling because, anytime the ball's on the ground, there's a little scrum.
They called down by contact.
That is always an interesting call.
It is.
But it's hard to really tell what's going on because they're all pulling at the ball and the play's over. All right, so we got that pistol set, and he's going to throw that little screen pass. Nice little block and nice little run, and he'll get 11 yards out of the deal.
And if you thought Deer Creek was just going to quit, this is an indication they've got plenty of heart. But our defense is going to come out fighting too.
Yeah.
There's the big 6'2" wide receiver, sophomore to sophomore there.
And they love that play. They're trusting that block. They love that play to get 5-10 yards every time. And they're going to throw that same play, a little hitch screen. And may or may not have been a massive hold on that play. There was definitely a tackle, but it was not seen.
I think they've reacted here to the pressure that the quarterback's gotten, and they've run quick hitting plays to come out here in the second quarter or second half and get the ball to their playmakers and just let them try to do something rather than work the ball down the field.
And of course, you're going to hold until they call it. So,
of course,
that's just they're going to keep doing that until either they call it or we bust it. Just a little handoff up the middle, and there's the difference. That's the difference to me between these two teams is we have a definite advantage on our defensive line versus our offensive line. The offensive line is pretty good.
Absolutely.
But our defensive line, I think, is superior.
And it's Costa and it's
McGrew
in there.
It's Hofen, too. And it's, yeah.
Yep.
R.J. Jackson.
R.J.
Will Smith gets on there a little bit. Cash Williams gets on there a little bit. Here we go. Let's do this. And they're going to throw that again. And
they're picking on that play because our defensive backs are playing back on the slot receiver. So it's our effort to keep everything in front of us, part of the plan. And now you're going to start seeing our defense tighten up.
Tighten up, yep.
As we get down into the red zone area.
Is there an equipment issue? All right. There we go. Roll that clock. Let's go.
And here's a big third down play.
Huge third down play for both teams here. Pistol set, tight. And we'll see I bet they're throwing. Nope, just a little quick pitch. It's on the ground again. And it's loose. Let's see what they call it. we're not super excited, so it's probably going to be just a tackle for a loss, bringing up a fourth.
Deer Creek ball.
And about, looks about 7, 8, 4th and 8. This is huge. This is huge for Deer Creek.
And there's
They definitely didn't want that to go. So they brought in their heavy set. They're going to kick it. This is a 40-yarder. 40-yarder. Either way, I call this a win for the Jackets. Not giving up 7 on this first drive. And it's up, and it looks good. And it is good. All right. Finally, Antlers get on the board. We're going to go to that commercial. And Tyler Pest Solutions, the gold standard in eastern Oklahoma County in pest control. Spiders, ants, fleas, scorpions, mice, rats, general pest control, termite control. We do it all. Independently owned and operated right here in Choctaw. As a leader of eastern Oklahoma County pest control, you can count on Tyler Pest Solutions to use the safest, eco, and pet-friendly products available. The only bug you can't beat is a Choctaw Yellow Jacket. And we're back. That was a huge win for the defense, but honestly, Deer Creek needed to get on the board. So I think that's a smart call. Like, they're winning the half, right?
Absolutely.
And so it's 3-0, and that's kind of how the attitude you have to have. You can't undo the first half, but you can start eating away at the lead. How are the Jackets going to answer? Again, we know what they're running defensively. Let's see what he has dialed up. Putting another 7 on the board is going to keep that, digging that hole deeper and deeper to make it harder for Deer Creek to dig out of the fourth quarter.
Without giving up a touchdown, that reignites your focus. Reignites your focus on defense. Reminds you that this is a really good team that you're playing.
He might see an onside here.
I wouldn't put it past him.
All right.
There it is. And they executed that pretty beautifully, but that oblong football.
Yep. Well, that's the fun of it. You never know where it's going to bounce.
They had that dead to rights, and it bounced a little wiggly, which allowed our guy to jump in there and fall on it.
Well, after I called the safety the other day, Corbin went ahead and attached my mic down there so I can tell him what's going to happen.
Well, you're 2 for 2.
So every once in a while, you know, I can see it. I can see the future.
And that is not out of character for this Deer Creek coach. That's trick play number 4, by my count.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do this is a hostile environment for them. All right, handoff. No, he passes, little flat pass just like they've been doing.
That's Kiefer.
That's Kiefer, and he's going to get 10 and then some, and they run him out of bounds for a nice little first down gain. Looks like a first down all the way up to, what, the 32?
And that's a little taste of their own medicine there.
That's the exact play they ran. They actually got that play from us.
They did.
That's the truth.
Said we run it better.
Well, yeah, we got a nice little gain there. 1st and 10 on their 33. And here we go. There's a little handoff to Luttrell. Nice block, Will Smith.
Block.
Oh, my goodness.
Tremendous block. Just a D-cleater.
D-cleater, clean block, textbook. There is a late flag behind the play, so we'll see what that is.
And Luttrell was very patient on that run. I liked his pace, waiting for his blocking to develop so that he could get the corner and pick up that extra yardage to get all the way down there, looks like to the 23, 24, depending on what this flag is, which is waved off.
It was waved off because that was a nice block. It was not targeting. It was not blindside.
That's right. So we've seen a lot of running inside the tackles so far in this first game.
We do have a no, we're good. We're good. Never mind.
But that time we saw Ray able to get outside thanks to the blocking of his wide receivers and that left tackle over there. which we've called their names over and over, but Brady Hoffman has had a great game there at the left tackle position.
All right. It looks like everybody was okay on that injury, so that's good. All right. All right. We're going.
I'd look for us to continue running the ball here.
Yeah.
As the coach on the far side gets an explanation for
why they picked up the flag, because it was a clean, hard hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what we call football.
Will Smith is not a little dude. I'm just saying. Like, even a little hit by him is going to make an impact.
That's right.
All right. Little handoff, Ray. He's got a nice little hole, and he should get enough yardage if they're going to blow it dead at some point. I like to see that. I saw Steele going to his aid of his offensive lineman, making sure there wasn't any extracurriculars. Let's get this touchdown. That's a first down.
And number 62, Micah Tarbell, that time getting the pancake, riding his guy all the way to into the backfield, creating that hole for Ray to run through.
All right, what do we got here? Looks like we got trips right, single back, getting that play in. Ray's doing the duties.
9 on the clock, the play clock.
And there we go. He's going to stay in that beautiful pocket, and he's throwing deep to Jack Smith, and he lost it in the lights.
And Latrell Ray is holding his hands up because he was wide open, but a great look out there for the wide receiver here on the left side.
But that run ball was right there where either Jax could get it or no one could get it. Well thrown. It just sometimes that happens. This is high school.
I like
it's
that.
Okay.
I like that for a first down call.
Yeah.
Push you in second.
I mean, we got 4 downs, so you can burn one with a home run attempt. All right, we got quads left. Here's a handoff to Ray. Ray is slashing through there. He is still going. He's still on his feet, and they finally get him down on the 5-yard line for another Jacket first down, making a 1st and goal on the 5.
That effort on his part translates to energy for the entire team and into the crowd, too.
Well, again, the Jackets are behind in this second half. It's 3-0. The Jackets are about to answer right here. Quads left.
Steele's moving
Single
Ray
back
over to the left side.
And he's just going to keep it himself. And in the end zone for a touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Steele Wassel.
And
little zone read action.
Really smart play by moving Ray over to the left. Knew he was going to cross over him and open up that and let that left defensive end crash down following Ray, leaving it open for him to pull the ball and run in for the touchdown.
But, yeah, that was huge. And we're going to go for 1. So Tommy Yalzi going to do the duties here, and we'll see what he can do here. Yep, it was a bumbled snap, and he's going to run for it. That is, and he should be touchdown or 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Jackets. So what happened, you might not be able to see it, he got the snap but didn't have it set right, and he pulled it. And that usually is Jack Smith.
Was
that Jack Smith?
That was Jack Smith,
So
yes.
That's the hardest part about extra points is you got to have a perfect snap, a perfect hold, and a perfect kick. And he had the wherewithal to go ahead and pick that up and run and get the ball inside the pylon for 2 points. 22-3. Let's go ahead and run a commercial, and we'll be right back.
I am Tech.
I am Tech.
I am Tech.
I am Tech. We are Tech.
All right, we're back. Answering 3 points with 8. I'll take the 8 every time. And that, a lot of times, a missed extra point or a made 2-point conversion can be the difference between a win and lose. And like we said earlier, you're calling this a 1-point game earlier.
Absolutely.
I thought it was going to be closer than this, but again, fourth quarter. This Deer Creek team is a fourth quarter team.
That's right.
And you like a team that is going to play to the end.
That last drive was kind of a picture of the whole season. Choctaw has done a great job on offense of getting yardage in big chunks, and that's one of the big differences between Choctaw and Deer Creek in their stats. Even though they average almost the same number of yards per game offensively, Choctaw is able to get those in big chunks, and we saw that with the flare passes out to Kiefer and the hard running by Latrell Ray there.
Yeah, and so much of that I just think they were just answering like, we can do that too. We'll throw the same stuff you do. So we'll see who's better. And he's going to kick that a little bit short, right to that inside that 20. And well, here we go.
And that's a designed short kick, keeping the ball out of the hands of the skill guys for Deer Creek, getting it to the up men. And that was number 26, Jamari White, making that tackle.
Yep. And then
another one of the sophomores who's going to make an impact with the big guys next year, I would imagine.
I'm sure. I mean, they just keep reloading every year.
Yep.
You know, I didn't even think I saw a second grade the other day that is going to be a welcome addition, and you know, it's going to be several years, but
you can tell
we got
some.
We got some second graders, we got some third graders, man. We got some Choctaw football going on at all levels.
That's right.
Ooh.
Now in this
Speaking
play,
of,
Marcus McGrew's getting a little breather right now. We've got the backups in, and they're still getting a good push.
Yeah, well, see, you don't lose much when you send in the backups. They're just barely backups.
That's right. We've got Caleb Bastida in there, number 57.
He does a good job. All right. We do have that pistol set. We got Trips with the tight end to the left. And he's going to pull it. And we're in the backfield. RJ's chasing. And it was just thrown a little too strong for his receiver. There wasn't any separation. The defensive backs are doing an excellent job making no easy reads.
That's right.
Nobody's open.
And you had R.J. Jackson and Braven McConnell back there.
Just hanging out with the quarterback.
If McConnell sounds familiar, his brother graduated last year.
It's true.
He's up in Minnesota playing football now.
And we also have that cool commercial that we run with the tow trucks.
Great sponsors.
It's a cool commercial. It's one of my I like them all, but I like it. It makes tow trucks look cool.
Yes, they do.
All right.
So a 3rd and long here for the Antlers.
And here we go. He's back to pass. They're running, and he's sacked.
Guess
Jacoby McLean and
the missile.
Is that also Will Smith? Who else is that? I see him. He's got a turn. Is that R.J. Jackson? R.J. Jackson.
R.J. too.
And Jacoby McLean.
And that was a design blitz there. Jacoby hasn't come on a blitz per se.
And it's going to be a punt. And we do have somebody back, and we're going to let it go. And I think that is Jack Smith is going to be the person. And it's going to roll to the 10, which, I always say in Madden, when I used to play the Madden game, I used to run back to about the 10-yard line so I could get better stats.
There you go.
So my punt returner would get terrible stats, but I would get 90-yard touchdown right here instead of a 40. So
well, how else are you going to get Latrell Ray a 90-yard touchdown run?
Yeah,
you got to be back on the 10.
You need to use a few more yards to beat his record this year because he had a 95er.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was an incredible.
That was an incredible run. Here we go. It's time for the offense to go to work. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. And right now, the clock is the Jackets' friend, so they're in no hurry. But they do kind of want to score. We want to make sure we get our 15 points in the tiebreaker right here. Quad's right. He's going to pull it, throw a little screen pass, and there's good blocking down front, and he's going to run out of bounds, I think, at the 19. We'll get the name if we can. Is that Kiefer?
I believe so.
I think it was Kiefer. And so that'll bring up a 2nd and about 2.
And you see Coach Corbin really taking advantage of his size advantage at wide receiver.
Quad's left, single back. And they're acting like they're coming.
Great use of the hard count there by Wassel.
Plenty of time.
Just to keep them off balance.
They're going to apply as much pressure as they can. And he's going to pull it, throw it because of the mismatch. And that's Kiefer again, right?
Kiefer again.
There was a fumble. And Deer Creek will score out of the deal. I'm looking for flags or a down ball. Sometimes they call that forward progress stop, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, I was looking for that too. And that was Caleb Miller, it looked like, for the Antlers with the takeaway.
That's big for them.
They needed that.
They needed that. And so it looks like they're going for one to pull within 12. No, 2-12 anyways. All right. They're lined up to kick. And this is a little easier kick than what he's been doing. This is only a 15-yarder. And, well, that's a 20-yarder, isn't it? And it is good. And so that will bring Choctaw 22, Deer Creek 10. Let's run a commercial. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Stan with SWM & Sons. We've been building in the eastern Oklahoma County area since 1982. We can help you with the plans from start to finish or just use the ones that you have. We'd be happy to build on your land or ours. We have subdivisions or just build on yours. Give us a chance to earn your business today. Thank you.
All right, we're back. Dooley's out there watching away from here, and he's coming back. We want him back.
Yep.
We do.
He's the ace.
He's sad that he's getting a miss calling this one because this is a game.
Absolutely.
It's a game. They're lined up again here, and they could do that onside. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this time. I would take the momentum and kick it deep and see if your defense can make another stop. If I were them, and of course Jackets need to go, hey, it's okay. It happens.
It's a reset.
It happens. Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one.
What's next? Let's go on to the next play. Put that behind you.
Trust your defense, too. And, yep, they're going to kick it deep, and it's going to be scooped up at the 10. And not much room. Not much room, and so we're going to start, it looks like, on our own 16-yard line, so it'll be a 1st and 16.
And now here's the composure
1st and 10
of
on the 16.
Your senior leaders.
Yeah.
Who are going to rally the team and say, hey, calm down. Here we go. Let's run the next play. And I would look for us to really reestablish the run here.
Oh, yeah.
Behind that offensive line that's done such a great job all game long. And I'd look for the Antlers to bring a little extra, maybe in the form of blitz, maybe in the form of run blitzes, to try to make something happen because they have to.
And, yep, just Luttrell run, and he's going to just plow through with the offensive line and get a good 3 yards, it looks like. So it'll be a 2nd and 7.
And that's all you need right there.
Just a little handoff. Yeah, well, it's more yards than 2nd and 5. It's a 5-yard. That's a 5-yard gain.
That's just that continued push by that offensive line, too. Just exerted their will. Showing great technique, too.
All right, we got the trips to the left, 2 backs. And he's going to ride that zone read, and Luttrell takes off like a rocket. He's got the first and then some, and still going. Takes 3 Antlers to bring him down. He gets to about the 41, 42.
Another great block out there by Will Smith there from his wide receiver position. Anytime you see a long run, you know there's a wide receiver who's doing a great job of blocking.
And, of course, that's also another Jacket. 1st down.
Yes. So the running game, reestablishing confidence here.
Quads right, single back. And he's going to ride that zone read. Ray gets it again, and he'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. They're getting a little chippy between the receivers and corners. Lots of blocking, lots of getting it on, trying to get the other guy off the block. So we'll see. Let's keep it Keep it disciplined. Gold standard all the way.
And Coach Corbin's wanting to get right back to the line, call another play, keep the Antlers on their heels.
Okay, we're going super tight in a pistol formation. And kind of a little handoff to Ray, and Ray's going to get up to maybe a yard. Looks like he gets up to the 45, so he'll bring a 3rd and 4. And, yeah, 3rd and 5.
And the ref's doing a good job of separating the teams.
And not just throwing flags for no reason.
Yep.
They're doing a great job. Let the kids play.
Absolutely.
That's what they're doing. All right, looks like we're going to go with trips to the right, basically a double back with an H-back.
On a 3rd and 5. We may have to call a timeout here.
Not the right formation.
Coach Corbin was trying to get someone up on the line,
Yeah.
so we didn't get a penalty there. So this is a good timeout here.
Good timeout and a good time to go through all of our sponsors. We got Tyler's Pest Solution. We got SWM and Sons. We got EOC Tech. We got Cantrell's Roofing. We got McConnell's Record Service. We got Dr. Tracy Gaspera, DDS. We got Dave's Driving School. We got Middell Vision Source. And I think I got them all.
I think you did.
We'll see.
You do a great job remembering all of the great supporters of this community. It takes everyone to put on this production, from the students to Mr. Crowder, who does a great job instructing them every day in class and then bringing them out here to put this show on for you guys. I've enjoyed watching you and Mr. Dooley each week bring us the Jackets action.
Well, we appreciate it because we're on a goal where we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's
I see
what
that
we're
as
working
definitely happening.
Because we might not compete, but we're competing. We're competing to stay in business is how we compete. We want to be the best free sports television channel out there. All right.
I like Latrell Ray here.
Trips right, single back. Back to pass. Steele rolls out right, dumps it off to Ray. Ray with the first, and then more to the 40. And he's going to be dragged down about the 41 and holds on to the ball because they punched the ball. Latrell held on to the ball, got it in that breadbasket, no fumble.
That was a great catch
and
there.
First down.
You can see him watching that in, knowing the importance of that catch.
You know, the Antler defense knows if they're going to win at this point, it's on them. They have to win, with the 12-point differential. That's a tall order.
They've got to have stops.
All right, we got the quads left, single back. He's going to pull it up, little screen pass to Kiefer. And he's got room and out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him. I think they're spotting him on the 28 for another Jacket first down.
I think it's time to give a few of these yards to Will Smith and to Stover over there, who are doing just tremendous job blocking all night long.
Well,
they don't have the yardage in receiving to show for it, but boy, they have played wonderful blocking.
Basically, you got the speed line when you run those screens, and then a little handoff to Latrell. He's going to run wide. They shut that down for probably no gain. But that will bring up a 2nd and I think 10. They might move them back just a hair.
I think Steele did everything he could to draw that out, so looking for that hole to cut straight down the field.
Right.
But it never quite developed.
It didn't, but that's a good read. There just wasn't much open, and sometimes, there's a little paper, rock, scissors with offense, defense. Quads left in a square formation, and one back, single back. And they did lose a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. All right, he's looking. He's got someone in the backfield, and they do get him for the first time tonight. So that's going to bring up a 3rd, and it looks like about 17.
Caden Kelly there.
Okay.
On the sack.
It looks like Steele is limping a little bit, so we'll see if they take him out and put in
and when
let's see, he probably needs to just go sit down.
He doesn't want to come out.
He doesn't want to come out. I think he got hit in a uncomfortable place.
I would agree with that.
So he's a gamer. And there we go. He's going to hand off to Ray. Ray's got some nice solo tackle. Ray gets back up, so it's going to be 4th. And it looks like 12. That's 4-down territory.
You know, in that position, one of the things you want to do is just keep the clock running. Milk it down.
Yeah. Under a minute in the third quarter.
This is a position where Coach Corbin knows he's going for it.
This is a huge, huge play. If they can convert this, it tells volumes. We do have empty, 3 to the left, 2 to the right, 8 seconds on the play clock.
Coach Corbin intends to call a timeout here, I bet.
Probably so. Just milk. Yep, there's the timeout.
Probably wants to give Steele a second to get healthy.
Well, I think they want to see what's going on because he's not going to tell anybody because he's like, I don't want out of this big game. It's fourth quarter. Almost. It's third quarter. Fourth quarter. Let's look at some of the scores around the country. By around the country, I just mean, 6A2.
That's all the country we care about at this point, right?
It is. I mean, some of these people are in the country, right?
Yeah, of course.
We're half in the country.
Squirtle is in the house tonight.
Yeah, we got everybody in the house. We got Cox, we got Squirtle, we got the company that does the Deer Creek games. Everybody's here. I got to switch from softball to football. That's what I got to do because I use the Squirtle app, which I'll push the Squirtle app. It's a great app to keep up with high school sports. They give live scores, especially for some of the sports that you can't find anyplace else. And so you can look at that and
we're thankful to all the viewers of Yellow Jacket TV.
Oh, yeah. We're glad. I mean, if you went to Cox and watched, we don't blame you. Just thank the sponsors anyways for putting this out there. But a lot of people go ahead and watch some of the highlights later on anyway. So we're good. If this is live, we're good. If it's not live, we're good. All right, back to pass. Steele. He's open. And if that's not there it is.
There's the call.
Like, how's that not pass interference?
That was, if it wasn't.
I was about to walk out of here. I was about to just quit.
There's a second penalty that comes in there at the end.
That's not good. Who was on who? That's what we need to know. We know what the first one is.
So that first penalty is on the defense. And let's see what the second one's all about.
No matter what, they're going to get the down over, and I don't think pass interference is an automatic first down. I don't think it is in high school.
It is a 15-yarder, though, right? So that would.
It is a 15-yarder. So that puts it very close to a first down.
And then.
So the dead ball is against Choctaw, so it should march 15. Should be a first down, and then march 15 back. So it'll be first from the same spot is what it should be.
This is always a fun play to watch for the referees. Walk forward and then walk backward. I don't know about fun, but.
It's fun. It's fun. Watch, see if they do the math right. A lot of times they get off by a little bit. I was like, shouldn't the ball be exactly – never mind. Yeah, but they're not allowed to do that. They have to walk it off.
They do.
So that's kind of fun. But it should be a first down from there. Let's see if they call it a first down because it's 15 yards, right? Should be first and 10 from.
We'll get the sticks organized.
We've got to get the sticks organized. So I'm going to call first and 10. They haven't changed the sticks yet, but it is. I'm going to call what it's supposed to be.
Whatever. That was a beautiful ball that Wassel threw there.
For a little bit, it was second, and I was like, it can't be second. It's either fourth or first.
You may be noticing our new sticks across the way.
Oh, love that.
The digital sticks.
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah.
Super clearly.
I love it. Super clear. That way, if we call the wrong thing, although, according to my mom, I'm perfect in every single way. So.
Well, we know that's true.
Mama's never wrong.
That is true.
All right, little to Kiefer, and Kiefer's got some sweet feet, and he gets out of bounds. So it should be about a second and about 5 to go here. Well, can't do both. We'll get scores later.
And Jack Smith with a great block out there. And, these passes, these are, sideways passes. They're not down the field, but Steele is throwing that a good 10, 15 yards every time.
Yeah, and
just
it's a laser.
with ease.
It's a laser. All right, a little handoff to Ray. Ray bust up in the middle. They do a good job containing him. I think it's going to end up being a 3rd and 1.
There's Malik Green and Micah Tarbell creating a cavity over there to dive through for Luttrell, and Luttrell's been a workhorse tonight.
And we're gonna go to fourth quarter. So hold up that fist at home. Fourth quarter, or I guess 4 fingers. Some people do the fist, some people do 4 quarters. I guess we do both. So let's run the next commercial, and we'll be back for a fourth quarter of Jacket football.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tracy Gaspera. Do you snore? Do you sleep with somebody that snores? Do you have a CPAP machine but cannot tolerate it? You may be doing more than just snoring. You may be depriving your body of oxygen while you sleep. You may be suffering from a medical condition known as obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. OSA is where there's an obstruction in the airway causing an impairment in the way you breathe while you're sleeping. Give us a call to find out more about sleep testing and treatment options such as oral appliance therapy.
All right, we're back, fourth quarter.
We've got some scores here from across the state in our class, 6A2. One that we're particularly interested in following Stillwater this year, this week against Sand Springs, playing the Sandites, and Stillwater is showing their strength, 58-7. We've got another interesting team to watch with Muskogee going up against U.S. Grant. Muskogee's winning that one big, 66-0.
And that's
those are the big teams that we're really watching. We've got Booker T, Washington, 47-0 over Tahlequah. Ponca City's beating PC North, 30-0.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that's our senior night is Ponca City, and Ponca City is for real this year. They're doing really well. All right, here we go.
3rd and short.
We got trips right. We got Luttrell in the backfield. Steele takes it. He hands off to Luttrell, and I think they got him
right
short.
At the line of scrimmage. You could see that
it's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
The Antlers pinched that play with their defensive tackles and were able to get in the backfield just enough to stop Ray.
Well, they give you 4 downs for a reason.
That's right.
All right, we're tight bunch right. Luttrell's going to get in a pistol formation. And I bet you they're going to try to get him to jump a little bit. We do have 13 seconds left. We looked over and got the play. Okay, we got the play. Steele shouts it out.
I like our matchup of our wide receivers blocking again.
Everybody's in the box, so it's just a little run to the right. Luttrell easily gets the first down and then some. And so he's going to get inside the 20 to the 18 for another Jacket first down.
I like how you called them the speed line, because that wide receiver group is doing work out there blocking, which is making all this yardage possible and a big first down there.
I mean, all these kids look about the same size because they're all huge.
Yes.
They're all grown men down there, so it's hard to see. It's like, is our line small or receivers big? Well, they're both. They're both big. They're both big.
That is the case.
All right. Luttrell with a little hop step.
Little stutter.
Good job, Deer Creek. You're going to hold them for maybe a yard gain. And I caught them down at the 18. I moved them all the way back to like the 19. But I think they're going to say no gain. Second down and 10.
With the clock continuing to run, and you can see that Deer Creek is going to really start trying to key on those inside runs.
Yeah.
Doing something a little there.
Nope. They didn't call that one. Didn't quite encroach. Sometimes they stop that. That's pretty close to encroaching. And there we go. There's a snap. Luttrell. And he does get dragged down from behind. Good read from Deer Creek. And that's going to be one of Luttrell's very few times that he gets tackled for a loss, and so he'll bring up a 2nd and 15, I believe. Third and 15.
That was a designed run blitz there by Deer Creek, and they are definitely amping up their aggressive play calls on defense to try to make something happen here as the game ticks on.
Of course, the most important stat right now, the offense have only produced 3 points. Okay, back to pass. He's got time. He steps up and he goes. He's wide open at the 5. He takes a hit and he goes out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. And that's going to be another Jacket first down. And there's another flag.
Wide open space for Wassel as they sort out this penalty.
You got to spy him.
But there's the dual threat ability.
It's going to bring up a 1st and goal no matter what. It should be at the 3, and we'll see who's called on. Personal foul, Deer Creek. So it should be a 1st and goal at the 1.5.
And leave it to the senior leadership of Steele Wassel to make the right call there. Great protection by the line there to give him time to survey the field, see that there was nothing available, and tuck it and run to the left for a big gain and a big first down. Down all the way to the 3-yard line.
With 9:25 left, Deer Creek has to make something happen here. They have to get the ball. They have to stop this. Pistol formation, handoff Ray. There is a flag. Ray does not make it quite.
He's going to be on about the 6-inch line.
I don't think they did the half the distance. That's not half the distance from the 3.
Unless they called him out of bounds. Yeah, I'm with you on that
They
one.
did not do the half the distance. So false start. They're going to move them back, and so they're going to be on the, I guess, the 8-yard line now instead of the 6.5, I guess.
And that gives more room for play calls.
It actually is better for this style of offense where you have more room to get open.
That's right. And a replay of the down means an additional time to run time off the clock.
Yep. So it's going to be a first down and goal on the 7 or 8. It's hard for me to see, but it looks like it's the 7. All right, we got the trips right, basically 2 backs. Handoff Ray. Ray hits that line hard. He's still going forward. And it looks like we're going to bring up a 2nd. Where are they putting him? 2nd and goal. I don't see where they're putting the ball. It looks like at the 2 or 3.
2 or 3. And he did a great job of feeling the soft spot on the hole
2
there.
Second and goal on the 2-yard line.
He hit into the back of his player, felt the soft spot to the left, rolled off, was able to get down to the 2.
And this is good play calling where they're being patient and scoring. They don't need to score the first time, and somebody went early. And unfortunately, I think it was us.
I think it's going to be us. But, again, the clock will roll
when they get the ball set. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
And I love the patient play calling here where we're just running the ball. And it really makes me salivate for what we used to call T-dump.
Oh, yeah.
Where the tight end releases, everybody's looking in the backfield, tight end's wide open in the back of the end zone.
I like the T-dump. I like the tight end delay here as well. I also like the tunnel screen where you get to send that offensive line to hit that little corner and make them sit down and stay out of the play.
That's right.
And there's another flag.
And that's
got to be on Deer Creek because we are well away from that flag. And so I don't understand why they're still on the 3-yard line. Didn't they not have a penalty false start?
You're the math teacher, so I'll let you handle the numbers.
There's some he did the false start, right?
He did the thing.
So that's 5 yards. So now we're going to be set. It's going to be, there we go. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Okay. I'm going to, this is new math. This has got to be
that new math we keep
This has got to be the Common Core that they're doing here.
We've been talking about new math for decades now.
Yeah, this is a new kind of math. I thought that, and what do we got here? Official don't want to start the clock because are we good? We want to talk about our feelings? Nope, no talking about feelings. Let's get it. Let's roll that clock. There we go. We got quads right, single back, 1 yard line. And Ray Steele keeps it for a jacket. Touchdown! Steelwassel. They're going to go for one. That hurts. That hurts. If you're an Antler, that hurts. That's going to bring it to a 3-score game.
Great example of Wassel able to use his emotion and his size to break through the line. Pull it out, read that end, find the open spot, and get into the end zone.
And remember, the magic number is 15. If you have 15 points, you get full tiebreaker points.
Yes, and to get that, we've got 8 minutes left. We're going to have to use every ounce of our ability to finish this game off to get that.
Well, and then we're going to have a flag. Yelsey was about to kick it, and we have a flag and probably a little bit of not being where you're supposed to be. Offsides. Here we go. And we'll just decline it. Let's just do our kick.
Let's just kick it.
Yeah, we don't want to move.
Let's get a good clean snap this time.
Although the non-clean snap got us 2 points.
That is true.
That was a good heads up by Jax. But yeah, let's get a good clean snap. Let's get that 1 point in. Brings it to a 3-score game. And there's the snap. It's up. And it kerplunks.
It doinked.
It doinked. It's okay. So we don't get that. Still a 3-score game, and that 2 points was handy.
That's why we got it earlier.
So let's run a commercial. We'll be right back. Vision Source, Midwest City. We believe life is all about your vision. How clear is your vision? Vision Source Midwest City is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Choctaw and Midwest City community. And we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. All right, we're back. We're just discussing that so many blowouts this year. There's just a few teams that are playing tough at the top level. We're really looking at Stillwater. We're really looking at Deer Creek here.
See if Muskogee can put together
Muskogee,
something.
and I'm looking as my sleeper. Ponca City is pretty impressive this year. I think they're legit, and we better not sleep on them, or they'll sneak up and bite us.
We know they've got a hard-working style. And that's always a long road trip up there. Fortunately, they come here this year.
That's true.
So,
but yeah,
we'll look forward to that game. That'll be a big matchup down the road.
So we've been kicking it short, basically the 20-yard line. So let's see what we do this time.
And we're aiming it over here on the near side to number 25 typically, because they've got their the other 3 positions are their key weapons on offense. So we'll see if Yelsey kicks it over here to the 20.
And really
deep.
He does kick it deep, and it's going to
Over
go.
their heads.
So they'll start on the 20. With 8 minutes left to play, Deer Creek's got to think time management. They need to score every 2 minutes and 35 seconds, around every 2 minutes and 35 seconds, with a little bit of leeway there. And so that's a tall order.
Well, and the best way to move down the field is by getting first downs. It doesn't take one deep play, although that is a good way. But every time you get a first down, the clock stops, lets you get back to the line, then it rolls. That's how you get down that field.
But what you can't do is panic and throw a pick.
That would be a big hurt.
Although, I'd like it. I'd enjoy it.
I'd love it.
All right, we got a little jet motion, single pistol back, and he's going to throw it, and he's going to get the catch, Yeah, they're going to give him the catch, about a 5-yard gain, bring up a 2nd and 5.
They've really
on
used
the 25.
that motion to then throw the out route all night long. Sometimes it's been to Dalton, sometimes like this time it's been to Smith, and sometimes to Wilson. But watch that man in motion.
Yeah, it just gives him a little extra jump. He's open, but that clock is a-ticking. Little jet motion. And he's looking to do it again. And guess what?
He was looking.
RJ has a message. Welcome to the ground.
That's right. He made an introduction.
And that will go down as a nice sack for the Jackets.
Absolutely.
How do the flowers smell? Is that what they were saying? Is that the nice way to say it?
That's what I like.
You know, back on that old practice field we used to have, like, you didn't want to get sacked because it was full of sandburrs and stickers.
Oh, no.
It hurt. You didn't want to go down just for that reason.
Nope.
It was terrible. All right, he's back to pass. Good coverage. It's deflected, intercepted by R.J. Jackson. He's got room. He took him down at the 4-yard line. What a play. What a play. Did you see who got the big paw on that?
I'm looking for it.
My goodness.
I didn't catch the number, but Brody Hoffin's often over there and Garrett Wyatt.
Okay.
But so one of them got their hands. They read the pass, stood up instead of continuing to rush, got their hands up. And RJ gets to celebrate with the victory belt.
That's nice. We do have a Jacket on the field, and they're taking care of him, and we'll let you know what's going on with that. But we're going to focus on this huddle. 7:02 left to play in the game. Jackets knocking on the door.
That's right. And in this huddle down here on the sideline, I can see Jackets imploring their teammates to finish this game. Don't give up. Don't let up.
Don't let up, because this is a for real game. This is not one that you want to pull back. This is not one you want to lay off the gas pedal, because we've seen Deer Creek over the last few weeks score a lot and score fast.
That's right. And make no mistake, if we give them an inch, they're going to take it.
Okay, it's good to see Jack Smith is coming off the field, walking like a man. He's looking good. And so
great game by Jacks tonight.
We are on, it looks like we are on, it's 1st and goal. We are on the 3-yard line. So I don't know. I think we're going to see a little Luttrell up the middle.
I'd keep calling that number.
We might send somebody else in too.
Keep calling number 15.
All right, so it looks like we got basically a heavy quads to the right. Handoff Luttrell. Luttrell hits that line, and he's close. He's close.
They are not going to give it to him. They're going to put it on the 3-inch line.
And there's a flag. And that's not what you wanted for us, but I'm not sure it's us.
And the medical staff is being called out.
So somebody is down, and so we'll see what's going on. We'll get the camera off that.
6:50 left in this game, and the key thing for the Jackets is to make sure that we maintain composure, stay steady. And I love the evolution of Latrell Ray having the courage to just hit it up inside. Hit it up inside. How many times has he hit the hole with force?
Well, and the deal is, a lot of times you ask a couple of your players, this is not a home run ball. This is a ball control. We expect you to get 1 or 2 yards.
That's right.
A lot of times we'll get 3 or 4 or 5. But it's not a long play. It's just a control. So we're getting everybody away. It is a Jacket that is down, and they're taking care of them. There is a penalty on the play.
Don't have an explanation of that yet.
No, they're worried about the player first, and so
as it should be.
We'll get that taken care of. He is going to pick up the flag, and eventually he's going to tell us what's going on. Oh, good. Okay. So our player is up. He is walking off the field,
and that is Latrell.
Yeah, that is Latrell Ray.
He looks fine.
He looks fine. But, He's worked hard tonight.
Yeah.
So, good on him. And so I'm glad he's looking good. Because, you never want anybody on either team to get hurt. You want them to be able to play the whole season. This is high school.
100%, especially their senior year.
This is their only opportunity to do an activity in high school. Some of them will go to the next level, but most will just have a lifetime of memories.
That's right. Great memories, too.
Okay, apparently it was against the Jackets somehow. So I didn't see the call, but it looks like the personal foul kind. So it will be a second and goal from the 15. And here we go, R.J. Jackson. And I think the ball came loose. And I haven't seen the call, but it does appear to be, it is first down, Deer Creek. That was big time for them. That keeps them in the game, but they lost several minutes out of this exchange, so it's with 6:35 left.
And they've still got the entire length of the field to go.
You're basically talking you got to score every 2 minutes and, roughly 7 seconds.
And you've got a relatively fresh group of Jackets coming back out to play defense.
Right.
Because the offense has controlled the clock as much as they have. And I don't think Deer Creek is quite used to that in the fourth quarter. They're used to being the ones that are fresh.
That's right. They got a two-back set here. And here we go. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to keep it on the ground. And he did have some room. He's going to make it all the way to the 30-yard line. Deer Creek gets it first down.
And that's the first real success that Adamson has had to show off his running ability.
Well, they might have to rely on him, but that's going to be, if they're going to run like that, that's going to be costly time-wise. They need to get that clock going. They're giving them way too much time to get set.
That's right. And we're bracket coverage down here on the near side like you.
And there's a sack.
And
there's Marcus McGrew back there. There was R.J. Jackson with the sack.
Will Smith, I believe, was back there.
Yeah, I think it was Will Smith with the sack. R.J. Jackson was back there. All right, so that's going to keep the clock going, and that brings up a 2nd and 15.
And any little bit of momentum that Deer Creek tries to grasp onto, that was a cup of cold water on.
Yes, definitely. So they're in a tight set, pistol set. They got a single receiver at the bottom of your screen. And a little motion.
A little shifting on the defense.
Little motion, and they're going to throw to that little jet. And he's going to go down inbounds, at about the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
And there's Deshaun Hine making a tremendous tackle on a senior player.
Did they stop the clock? They sure did.
The clock is stopped.
I did not think he went out of bounds. No, now they started again.
Running it.
Yeah, I think there was an early stop. All right, here we go. That same motion. We got basically a double back. He's going to wide. He's going to try to hit him. He's covered this time. Big time hold on Will Smith, but Will Smith still makes the play.
He would not be denied on that play.
And it's going to bring up about a 4th and 8.
And you see the full defensive performance there with the pressure on the quarterback, the coverage in the secondary. And I want to give a shout-out to Deshaun Hine. He has played a heck of a game against covering their top receiver, their 103-yard-per-game receiver, and he has done a tremendous job.
Will Smith looked like a speedboat pulling a skier on that play because he was getting held big time. All right. And there's going to be a timeout from the game. All right, we'll stay right here. I want to see all the excitement. Band's going crazy. Students going crazy. Everybody's cheering. Cheerleaders going. It's good times out here.
Crowd is staying for the whole game, I guarantee you.
I guarantee you. I mean, this is a big time. It hasn't always been a rivalry, but lately it's been the rivalry.
Well, and as Bixby exits to 6A1, it leaves an opening for these two upcoming programs who have had recent success like they have never really had before. It leaves them to duke it out for who's going to be on top.
For sure.
And the Jackets get bragging rights tonight so far.
so far, and really, if you're Deer Creek looking at 434, there's a lot of football for them left to play. It would be nice if they could get a score here for them. Because, again, how the playoffs are going to work this year, potentially we're going to have Choctaw 1, Deer Creek 2, Stillwater 1, Muskogee 2.
Yep.
And so the way it might work is if Deer Creek beats Stillwater, we could meet in the championship game again. So this might not be the only meeting. We'll talk more about playoffs as we start.
Let's finish this one.
Finish this one for sure. But
Good
as we
play
get
every
closer
snap.
to playoff season. All right, we got kind of a tight set, single back. We're going to have that kind of that motion. And he's going to throw deep and throws it underneath, and it's going to be tackled inbounds for a nice gain and a first down for Deer Creek. They're going to be in jacket territory, I believe, on the 48-yard line.
They're going to say he stepped out, I believe, so the clock will stop it. Or
No, I think they're moving the sticks and they'll reset it.
then they'll, let's see.
And then there's a
There it
timeout
is.
from the game. And it's timeout Jackets.
Jackets, just to reset.
Just to reset, because, again, with 425, what are your goals here? You want the 15 points.
Right.
I honestly don't think that the tiebreaker is going to matter this year, how the playoffs work anyways.
Right.
We're going to get into the playoffs. We want that home field advantage, and we want to host the first round. And I think we're going to get that no matter what.
There's a great possibility of it. And I'll say, in this game, we talked during the week a lot about playing zone coverage in the defense versus playing man coverage.
That's right.
And I think what I've seen throughout the game is we've given a lot of zone looks while still being able to play some man concepts where we're matching up with Dalton and we're matching up with Smith occasionally, but keeping those zone looks so that when the running plays come, we keep those to minimal gains, even if they get outside of the tackle box.
Just make
break a few.
Just make it harder. Just make it harder for the quarterback, for the people to read. We're going to be pretty tight. We got a receiver on an island, one back set, no motion. He's going to go back. He's going to throw deep, and he's got a guy with a step, and he just let him just too much. We were just a step behind him. Not too bad. I think that was Hubert on the coverage.
Yep.
Not bad coverage, and they're throwing home run balls here. That was a pretty well thrown, but it was
showed off his arm, but that's a pass that has to be perfect.
Just a little bit, and it's hard because we were coming.
And it was rushed, too, because I think Adamson is tired of getting hit and tired of getting chased out.
Well,
he's rushing things.
4-14, tight set again, single back. Here we go, a little shift. And he's usually looks for that guy. And it's away. And it is complete. He runs out of bounds. It is a first down. No, it's not. It is third and about 2 or 1. Third and 1.
And that's Mason Smith.
Okay. And so you probably just want to get the first down here. You just want to get the first down here.
That's the most important thing for them.
Get 4 more because they have to score. To have a chance with 4 minutes, they have to score.
Or watch the play action here, though.
All right. Back to pass, and he's just going to throw a short little dump, and we're going to tackle him in. Nope, he goes out of bounds. And so that will be a first down, Antlers. And it's going to be – they're going to get it going. Okay. They're going to get their play in. It's actually 4:02 left to play.
And over here, Will Smith is lobbying to be sent on a blitz.
Oh, yeah. I know he is.
He says, send me, coach. Send me.
I'm hungry.
And he has played both sides of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
All night long. Blocked. That was one of the big keys that I'll talk about later in the game had to do with Will Smith.
All right. We got that pistol set. He's back to pass, rolls out left. Hits a man. And he does well executed, goes out of bounds. It's a little bitty gain. It's not a little bitty gain. It's a pretty good gain. I think about 6 yards, 7 yards, bringing up about a 6 yards, second and 5, 5-yard gain. They keep moving the stick, and they keep showing the different the two guys are in different places. I don't know who to believe. One of them's right.
One of them's right.
All right, we got that pistol set again. Very tight still, trips right. And we get that little shift. And back to pass. And we're back there. Nice pass. And there is a flag in the realm of potential pass interference.
And that's unfortunate because
it's good coverage.
It was great coverage, I'm going to just say.
Yeah.
But little bumps, that happens in football. And that's Jamari. You know, Jamari White on that coverage, I don't think could have played it much better than that. He's coming in, replacing one of the big, guys in the secondary, Childs.
That's out for this game at least.
And to come in against one of the top passing teams in the state, regardless of class,
right,
is asking a lot of that young man, and I give him a lot of credit for the way he's played tonight.
Well, back when I coached, I'd always say it's better to give up 15 than 6, right?
100%.
So sometimes that's what you do, and it's a calculated play.
And they have not gotten in the end zone here yet, so this defense still has lots to play for.
Yes. All right. He's back to pass. A little dink. We're going to get that tackle. And there we go. Let's see if we get those numbers. I think we hit. Is that Jack Smith?
It
out
may
there?
be. I cannot make them out over there.
It's really tough in that corner. I like these uniforms a lot, but it's tough. Tough in that corner. It's a single digit. It might be 3. It makes sense if it was. No, it wouldn't make sense if it was 3.
There's number 4 over there too, Austin Hubert.
I bet you I know who it is. I'll tell you in a little bit. He's being chased by RJ, and he just throws it on the ground. I mean, there was nobody in the area. He was outside the tackle box, though.
He was.
And he did. I don't know if it passed the line of scrimmage.
Our coaches sure don't think it did.
I don't think it did. He didn't want any of that.
Adamson.
He was like, I'm done with this play.
Pinned in on one side, turned around to run the other way, and had another jacket coming right at him.
So 3rd and 2.
We call that a swarm.
I don't know why it's a second. Isn't that yeah, there we go. 3rd and 2. We got that pistol set super tight. We got one receiver at the bottom of your screen. Just a little quick pitch. And we're going to blow it dead because of, I don't see the flag. False start. No flag. Where's the flag? They have this. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. It actually is down.
There we go.
There was. I think our superintendent was blocking my shot. I'll have to talk with him later. He's not going to do anything different, but he was blocking my vision. All right. He does a good job here at Choctaw Tacoma Park Public Schools, so he can block the flag from me all he wants.
Yeah,
I wish he'd take it off the field so they don't throw it anymore. But that's against them, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Pistol, we got that motion. And back to pass. They're going to throw to that group. Nice little grab. It's short. It's going to be 4th and about 6. No, that's a good spot.
And a really nice pass there by Adamson.
That's a nice spot. So it's a 4th and 2. 3:11. They got to get this first down. They don't want to turn it over on downs.
Absolutely.
That is not going to end well. The offense needs to score. They can't be just left with 3 points.
That's right. And Adamson on that pass, probably looking for another pass here.
Yep. And I think Will Smith was a little bit offsides.
Yeah, he just kept running.
Well,
he knew. He's played well enough. I give him a pass on that one.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be wrong, you might as well do it full speed, right?
He just want to keep playing defense.
Yeah, it's okay. So
the defensive game plan tonight has been pretty outstanding, I'd say, and the players have executed.
First and goal on the 6. Pistol formation. He's just going to hand it off, and he is short. Although we got 5 yards, so it's going to be a 2nd and goal on the 1. Let's see what we do. Let's see if we bow up here. Put some fresh meat in there. I thought I saw Easton Costa running there.
Yep. And then in this spot, you want to keep playing to the end of every single play.
And he's going back to pass. He's going to throw in that bunch. And he does grab it. And they're going to give him a touchdown for Deer Creek. And Deer Creek eats into that lead just a little bit. It's going to be 16-28.
Part of what makes this a tricky point in the game is always finishing a game.
Yeah.
You never know the position that you're going to be in down the road. You want to keep executing.
They need to go for 2. That's the formula. So they should go to 2 here, yeah, because they want to bring it down. I'll go over that in a second. We got that. And they're just going to do a little quarterback keeper, and it's not going to happen.
We got a good push up the middle on defense that time. And that's a great example of continuing to play every single play.
So basically 11 points doesn't do you any good. We're going to stay right here for this. 11 points doesn't do you any good. That's why they went for 2.
Right.
And it would make it a 10-point differential, which would mean they would need a field goal and a touchdown to tie. That's more reasonable, 226. Since they didn't get it, they need 2 touchdowns.
I know Choctaw is getting their hands team ready for an onside kick.
It's a no-brainer. It's onsides or just might as well get on the bus.
There's a couple different onside kicks you can do. We saw the one that they have in their bag of tricks where they kick it really short and try not to rely on the classic example of one that kick and try to get that big high bounce.
And you can do the, where you kind of kick it halfway down the field but get super air time and see if you can go down there and catch it.
Try to clear that first line of receiving team and run right under it.
And so the Jackets just need to be ready. Get on this. You don't need to be a superhero. Just get on this. We don't care about a return, honestly, at this point.
That's right. Cover it up.
Cover it up. Let the offense take care of it. 2:26. Let's look at the timeouts. The Jackets have no timeouts. They've actually used all of them. The Deer Creek have 2. They can stop the clock at least 2 times. So that's what we got. We don't have anybody back.
Jacoby McLean on that front line.
Yeah. I don't know. If with nobody back, I'm kicking it deep. Nope, there's the onside. There we go. Covered up. Yep, get on them. Good job. Good execution. You practice that not very much in special teams, but when you do, it's important. And so the Jacket offense has 2 minutes and 26 seconds to try to hold off the comeback.
This has been a fun game to watch the Deer Creek coach pull out all of his trick plays, knowing that he had to do something to equal what Choctaw was going to bring. And that time you saw a kicker come from the opposite side to put it into play.
Well, and the nice thing is we're getting this all on film. So if we do have to face them, we have this.
Absolutely.
And, sure, there's a lot of different plays out there, but there's only so many. It's only so many. It's kind of, you can prepare. So we're going to get set up with the trips right. It looks like there are Luttrell's in the backfield there. And you expect probably keep it on the ground.
I would think so.
And, well, you're supposed to tackle him, so Luttrell runs for a first down here.
And a shoestring kept him from going all the way.
Yeah, he's going to keep that clock going as soon as they set the stick, so they don't need to hurry because they can burn 30 seconds off. Make them use the timeout.
Absolutely.
Come on, get that started. There we go. So I'm talking to the clock like it's going to help.
Yeah. It's worth a try.
It is. It is worth a try.
Look at this this common setup, alignment, whatever.
So we got basically a 2-back set, and there's Luttrell again, and he's not going to get much this time.
And we've seen that all night long, and I'm giving a lot of credit to the offensive coaches for finding the mismatch in this game. and using it over and over and over. It's the size of our wide receivers against their smaller defensive backs, getting, those passes out to Juju before he went out and to
yeah. Well,
Kiefer.
I'm looking at the strategy. I don't think that Deer Creek actually has any timeouts left. Otherwise, they'd be using them. So I think they've used all their timeouts. We probably still have some. I think it's reversed. But you don't see it, so it doesn't matter to you guys. And there's a flag, and Ray's not going to get much. No, he's going to lose a couple. And here's a tough call here. You decline this penalty because that's in the realm of holding.
Yes.
You decline this penalty because
you want the loss of.
You got to get 2 touchdowns in a minute. Is that what it is? Well,
yeah.
So they're going to move them back. We don't care.
Not at all.
We get 25 seconds a pop here. So, yeah, move it back. We're not trying to score.
Another couple of plays, 2-3 plays.
Again, if we thought 15 points would matter instead of 12, then we would do it. But I don't think a tiebreaker is going to be an issue this year.
This head-to-head win means a lot.
It means a lot. It means a lot. And
it's fun. I think at this point we can talk about the fun.
What are we doing? Where's he going with the ball? Okay, there we go.
Put it on the near hash.
But, yeah, we can talk about let's not wrap it up until we see the students in the stands.
There we go.
Let's finish this out. It's still a ball game.
Absolutely.
It'd take a miracle, and well, I don't think it's going to happen. I got some miracle stoppers in there right now.
That's right. Bill Jensen Field has seen a lot of expectations tonight, and I think we can say Choctaw has done a good job throughout this game of playing hard, executing a game plan that was ready for a top team in the state. Yeah,
well, and you can definitely say Jackets are for real. This is a real test, and they passed it. Well, we'll see if they pass it. 54 seconds. What?
And there's a timeout by the Antlers.
They're just now using their timeouts? That's interesting.
They're going to play this out.
Okay. So I guess they're saving their last 2 timeouts for this. I don't know. I used them earlier. I think I used them earlier.
I would have thought so, too.
All right. Guys are having fun with the various cameras that go on here. There's been a lot of cameras here.
It's a team effort, and I think, if we think about this game, you can look all over the field and find people who have stepped up, players who have made plays in unsung positions.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what you've got to like about the Choctaw program right now is if somebody gets a little bit dinged up, you're not worried about who's coming in next. That person's going to do their job.
Absolutely.
There's just so little that separates first string from third string.
Give credit to all that summer preparation with the young guys who may or may not have thought they'd get significant playing time, but here they are.
All right, here we go. Looks like we got Twins, pistol set. I'm betting they're going to keep it on the ground here. And Ray's going to take it, and he's going to gain a few.
Covering that ball
and there's going to be a timeout.
2 hand arms on the ball.
And it's going to leave 40 seconds on the clock. It's going to bring up a 4th and 10.
Burns flat score.
We need a Burns flat score. All right, let's get that Burns flat score.
Let's see if we can
Do you have it?
Locate it.
Mr. Dooley, is it Class C? Oh, just in, it's Class A.
Aha.
Because how do you know it? Because Burns Flat is classy.
And if I'm correct, we have Burns Flat over Merritt 60 to 18.
Burns Flat
in a final score.
Wow. Burns Flat is rolling.
They are rolling towards a chance to grab a golden ball.
All right. They're going to add some time on the clock. So it should be 46 on the clock. And they're going to fix it up there in a second. Yep. We beat them. We beat them to it. So 46 on the clock. Where were these guys when we were in Del City?
I knew it.
Well,
you know, after that Del City game, this team, I believe, looked at themselves in a mirror and said, we're better than this.
So, yeah, Burns Flat at 6-0. Mr. Dooley wanted everybody to know that.
Absolutely. Burns Flat gets all the credit.
So we got our punt formation with quads right, single receiver left, and here we go. We're going to punt it away, and it's a good-looking kick. Oh, he touched it. He touched it, and it's going to roll down to the 1-yard line. And they're going to say he didn't touch it, but Deer Creek is going to have 35 seconds.
And if I'm not mistaken, I saw another trick play there. We had an alternate player call for a fair catch who was not the receiving punt receiver.
Well,
trying to trick the team into thinking or to draw back.
Well, I don't blame them. Yeah,
I don't blame them either. I love it.
Because, see, when you look at them on paper, I thought we were much better. But you don't want to talk about what you think until you just played the game.
Absolutely.
And so it's really hard to see who's better on paper. It's in real life full speed. That's when you get to see those matchups. You get to see who's better. And definitely, this is a fine football team, but we are better today.
Right.
And I think we're a better team, but we might see them again.
That's right.
But we're definitely going, hey, we're number one on this side.
That's right.
All right. And I know what the defense wants right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and I'm looking at, we could use a couple more points.
You going to make a call? If it were a punt, I think you would make the call.
I would make the call. They're gonna hand it off, and I think Will Smith is gonna get the safety. Now, the turf is gonna get the tackle, and they do make it out of the and they're running that clock. That's why I would have used the timeouts earlier, but you can't get on the field yet. They're going to play football. No, they're not.
And
they're going to
lining up at the 50.
Yep. That's there's no point in getting anybody hurt at this point.
Absolutely.
So line up the 50. We're going to stay there. We're going to look at this incredible victory.
Absolutely.
Jackets 28, Deer Creek 16. We can sleep well tonight, and really the Jackets had it under control the whole time. Really, the key was that first quarter, that first half.
Yeah.
Shutting them out.
Absolutely.
Jackets went up 14-0, and there it is. Okay, and they're shaking it out. Coaches are shaking out. Good sportsmanship. You like to see it.
Absolutely.
Very clean game. Like to see that. A couple personal fouls. Got a little chippy earlier.
And that just speaks to how important this game is to each team.
And they know this is not the end of their season.
Absolutely.
We were number 2. I never believed it. We were technically number 2. Deer Creek was number 1 on the west side. But that is now reversed. But Deer Creek just goes to basically number 2 realistically. When we're looking towards the next season, of course, on Thursday, because of fall break, we're going to be at Taft, an historic stadium, Taft, and we're going to play Northwest Classen.
That'll be a fun venue to be at.
It'll be a fun venue to be at, so we're going to bring you that action there. And then we're going to play some more football. I know we're going to play Ponca City, at Ponca City. We're going to play Lawton here, and we're going to finish out our game here
West?
with Ponca City. Ponca City.
Oh, gotcha.
And I believe, don't quote me, but I believe we're going to have we do. So we're away, and then Lawton comes to us. Then we go to Putnam City, and then Ponca City comes to us.
And you've got all of your goals in front of you.
Yeah.
Everything that you said you wanted to play for at the beginning of the year. You want to play for your teammates. You want to play for your district. You want to play for the playoffs, and you want to play for a gold ball, and it's all out there for you to keep striving for.
And, coaching after this, you got to feel good. You got to celebrate, let the kids celebrate. But you also go, they didn't win by being world beaters.
That's right.
They won by just doing their jobs, by putting in the hard work, just doing the little things right, limiting mistakes.
And, this was not a game of big plays. Choctaw has had games where the big play, the long play, has played a key role. And this was more, I would credit the execution of the lines, the ability to grind out drives, to pick up key first downs, even in longer situations. And it's a credit to that offensive line. It's a credit to the defensive line. And we talked a lot about how important this secondary was going to be tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And, boy, they came through limiting one of the top receivers in the state to a far below game.
And, yeah, I also see the kind of the leadership. I think the leadership this year is a big element. You got Steele at the helm. You got Latrell Ray, two seniors doing the stuff. Your defensive line, it switches every year. But you got Marcus McGrew at the nose. And on the offensive line, you got Jade Millsap leading the way, being a center, delivering that ball. Brody Hofen, Jace Robinson, Miley Green, Micah Tarbell, like they're doing their jobs. I just see a lot of leadership in a lot of the different positions and just keeping it, knowing how important it was to focus, and you could see the focus tonight.
And an identity is emerging for this team, which is a line-based team. We've got a line that we can trust. We've got an offensive line that we can run behind and pass behind, and we've got blockers out on the edge. This is becoming a team with an identity of toughness and the ability to grind things out when we need to, but also can strike deep. I look forward to the next game.
I was teasing Latrell a little bit about that. Suit me up. I could get 5 yards every run behind this line, and he just snickered at that because he's got a good spirit. But I probably could. I also said it, but it'd take me 4 times as long to get there.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, there's a lot of good attitude, a lot of leadership. Jacoby McLean, we didn't mention him, but
McLean deserves a lot.
We're still
early in the game. Boy, he had some big missile sacks, pressures.
Just missiles. We need to call him Rocket Man from now on.
Absolutely.
I don't know why we're still talking. Everybody else has turned this off. The game's been over for a long, long time. So
this is now a podcast.
It's now a podcast. And so now, next time, let's stay classy, Choctaw. We out.